welcome to another RPG Reanimators. It's a live actual play. Today we'll be playing Cthork Borg by Richard Kelly. So, to start this out, we're going to do a quick run through of the rules, a quick discussion where we make characters, and then we'll do a short little adventure. I have no idea what our players are going to want to do, so we'll see. Otherwise, we'll play something from the Five Nasty Little Homes supplement, which I think more things should name themselves that way. It's a very good name. So, to start, Cthork Borg is a jazz age horror that takes on the Morkborg feel. So think a little bit metal, a lot more random tables. Um, there's a lot more variety in what particular eldritch gods you might have in a scenario. There's 10 in the starter. They're all fun reimaginings of maybe classic ones with different names. So don't feel too bound by existing lore. We're going to make this our own, which is also very cool. Um, Rule wise, this uses the same Morkborg feeling. You'll want to have a d20 handy, and you will be rolling for the most part against a DC of 12. So you want to get 12 or higher. You will be able to add a variety of your skills that will roll through when we make our character: agility, presence, strength, toughness, and stability, with stability being the sanity if you're used to Call of Cthulhu or Delta Green. It also affects your like your ranking in society as well. So if you have higher stability, you're also wealthier. Beyond that, you're going to have a few hit points. They are scarce, so this, like many things, you probably don't want to punch the great big god that shows up, but who knows? Maybe you do. That might be fun. We will be playing with omens as well. Everybody gets 5 to start with. That's roughly equivalent to luck. You can spend that to reroll any one die. You can deal maximum damage on an attack, reduce incoming damage by a d6, or reduce the test by -4. So you might be going against an 8 instead. When I run these, I usually let players tell me after they roll if they want to drop it down. I'm not like, you don't have to tell me you're going to spend the omen ahead of time, because I'm just so kind and generous. All right. Before we fully begin, let's talk about the setting. There's a nice write up in here about jazz age time, but this is the 1920s. The Great War is over. Things are going gangbusters, but you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it is the train heading for the 20s. You know, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. Uh, People are really taking advantage of the working people. It's right about that tipping point where everything's going to collapse. So you're on the knife's edge where your actions may help propel the world down, or maybe not. In that case, let's get started with character creation. The first thing we're going to do is all y'all will roll your abilities. There are 5 different rolls you get to make, and you get to assign them as you want. A D2 -1, another D2 -1, a D4 -2, a D2, and a D4.
Hmm. So we just assign these to whichever, wherever
Exactly.
we
Yep.
want.
And you can see that'll get you a nice range of -1 to potentially 4 skills.
Mhm.
As with all Morkborg things, having negatives happens. And sometimes you might just roll a crap character, and that's life.
Mhm. I'll go roll the bad ones first then.
Ooh.
So D2 -1.
Yes.
Okay. So D4
And
for
I'll
that.
post the character sheet along with this video for anybody that wants to use it. We're
There's
using
a
just a
minus
Google
one.
Sheets document.
Come on, D4, don't let me down.
Come
Okay, here's
on.
another D2 -1. Oh, there's another -1. Oh, joy. Okay. Now I'll roll the D4 -2.
Right, right. I'm
Well,
say
that's
the
a 0.
D2. I'm gonna say the D2 -1 should get you a 0 minimum.
Yeah. And now
Very
we
good.
get to the friendly dice. D2.
Yeah, yeah. where you figure
That's
out what you're good at.
It's 2. And finally the D4.
The generous
A
D4.
4. All right.
All
Ooh.
right.
I got an interesting, okay spread. I'm definitely kind of suckage at 2 things, but that's
Nice, nice. So, um, I'll give you some leeway of assigning those until we hit some more of what your
Mhm.
character class will be, because you might want to shift things
yeah. I
around
think
a
I'll
bit.
wait.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait.
Yeah.
Um, we'll stay hold off from hit points as well, carrying capacity. Let's randomize your starting gear though, because that might
Ooh.
also help you decide what you want to do.
Out of curiosity, even before we do that, like, what did y'all? I'm curious, what did y'all get? Like, I got 2 zeros and 3 2s for mine.
Nice.
I got 00113.
Okay,
All right. All right.
that's yeah.
-1, -1, 0, 2. So I'm probably like a really bookish skinny guy or a stupid
I
muscular guy.
How
I
did you
don't
get
think you
negative
can-
ones?
yeah,
Yeah,
you
Because I
shouldn't
kept
get too
rolling ones
many.
on the D2s.
But
No,
that
one-
would be 0.
1 minus
You
1
only-
is 0.
No, 1 minus, isn't it -2? Did I? Oh,
It's
so that's
minus
good.
1.
Only the D4 gets D4 minus 2 is the only.
Oh, I was killing myself. I got zeros. I got a lot of zeros. Okay. I'm not as okay. That was weird.
You're better than you ever thought.
I improved overnight. What happened?
Usually it
Must-
takes an investigation for that.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
some nice numbers in there, right in the middle.
Yeah.
So you'll all begin with your clothes, great. A matchbox, great.
That's bizarre.
And you're going to roll on 3 different tables. One to kind of see what you start with. You can start from anything with a bindle up to a mansion with a loyal servant. But that's pretty
Nice.
rare. You got to roll 6
Yeah.
twice to get that.
Should we do these out loud?
Yeah,
Like,
let's
would the
do
audience want to
the
know what we're getting as we're
Yeah.
getting
Of course
them?
they would.
Like,
yeah. Let's do the D6 as we go, because I'm curious as well.
I got a 3. I have a steamer trunk.
Very nice.
I also
Wanna-
got a 3.
Whoa. Some people just got off the boat.
Whoa. We got some.
I got a
sweet-
3.
Oh,
We all
Oh.
got off the boat. Yeah. All right.
We may know how you guys met already.
At the steamer trunk store or convention.
Yeah. Wow.
They're all
Amazing.
stamped with the same person. You're all looking for the
Amazing.
steamer trunk salesman. All right. The next thing you'll want to do is roll a d12. That will give you a kit to start with. That can be anything from a medical box, a mechanics kit, jaw trap, and household pesticide. There's some good variety
Ooh.
there as well.
I got a 12 straight off the bat. Handcuffs and a club.
Nice. You're a happy camper.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll next. Oh my God.
Did you get a 12?
Yes.
Oh,
We belong to the same club, clearly.
come on, Beth, keep it rolling.
Yes, just
I
do
got
it,
a
Beth.
10. I got a 10.
Aw,
Sorry.
You ruined it. You ruined it,
I got
Beth.
cough syrup and nerve tonic. So
We're going to
What the hell?
a way different party than Troy and I are going.
Yeah, but we got like
Absolutely.
matching steamer trunks with the club and the handcuffs in them, and they belong to a brand name.
I really hope you're law enforcement, but we'll see what happens.
well, I mean,
Eh,
Okay, what's the last thing you roll on?
the last thing is roll a d2,
minus
and that will
one.
determine whether you get armor or weapons.
Oh, armor or weapons. Okay.
Correct.
I rolled a 1, and then for my, which is armor, and then a
Yep.
D2 minus
Minus one.
1. I
You gain armor
got
as well.
a 1. So I'm
That
I
is light
believe that-
armor, I think. Right, isn't it?
A 1, yeah, would be thick clothing if that's the d2 minus 1.
Yep.
But if you get a 0, that's nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you still have clothes left.
I got no armor. I got clubs.
Okay,
Got some thick
I got
ass
a 2
clothes.
and
very
then
nice.
Nice. It's got a
6.
weapon.
All right.
So a
and
6 is a club. So I also have a club.
Yay! The club
Yeah.
club.
It just took me a little bit longer.
I'm imagining
Good.
you all have billy clubs for some reason. That's the
Of
mental
course.
image. All right. We're going to then get into selecting a class. Now, this game has a lot of classes available, from the starter, set, you're going to have a socialite, a crook, an academic, an innocent, and a cursed or a complicit. Accursed and complicit are probably a little bit more um, different than what you'd see in like a Call of Cthulhu, where accursed is you have been touched by this before, so you're familiar with it, and a complicit is you are actively working for one of these old gods. And then in the other expansions, there are a great variety of character types. So feel free to look down the list and tell me what you're feeling.
Wow. Quite a lot of interesting ones here.
Mhm. Honestly, I feel like 90% of these sound great. So I'm tempted in the Borg way to just roll it randomly and see what shakes out.
Absolutely.
I think I have a D30 somewhere.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in there. You're going to have some gaps, but you can definitely
I got a
try it.
D30 if you want me to roll for you.
Yeah, go for
Troy,
it.
roll it.
Okay, here we go. Now, because we have to re-roll 30, obviously.
Yeah.
Big numbers, big numbers.
4.
4. I'm a crook.
Very nice.
I could do handcuffs, billy club. Maybe
That
there's
works.
maybe there's the corpse of the cop that was trying to arrest me in that steamer trunk.
Of course.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I like
that.
that. Okay.
Beth, do you want me to
Are we
roll the
all-
D30?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Let's get a bigger number this time. Throw the weird shit. I'm going to re-roll that. That's too low. There, 12.
Which
Artist.
one is artist? Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
All
Okay.
right.
Thus the
Artist.
cough syrup and the nerve tinticure.
Yeah, that actually
There
makes
you
sense.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. For me, 22. What's that?
22 will get you.
22
A
is a
mesmerist.
mesmerist. That's
Ooh.
awesome.
Look into my eyes.
Super cool.
All right. So now that you have a class, this is going to involve a little bit of copying and pasting for me to run around and send you things. Each of you can roll a d6, and I will start with Colin. Do you want to roll a d6 on your unsettling tasks?
That's another 3 on the D6.
All right. You have gotten a task from someone. I will paste it in the chat shortly.
Okay.
Very shortly. Any second now. There we go. Bring the box from behind the butchers to the old Vine Lake graveyard. Leave it by the tomb with 12 angels. Don't look back.
I love it. Is there a place on the character sheet to put this by
I'll
chance?
put it
or-
around the background. Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it. You go
Yeah.
on.
And then roll another d6 because you get your criminal traits. You get 2 that are all the time the lee side of legal, where it's easier on agility and strength tests to get it to break into places,
Mhm.
and a healthy sense of distrust, where you're going to get better initiative. And then you get a randomized talent as well. Specialty, I suppose.
So a roll D6, what, twice you said?
I just one more time.
Okay, got a 5 on my new ghost D6. So let's
Very
see what we got.
nice. You will be well supplied. Once per investigation, you may reveal that you had hidden on your person all of the material needed to assemble a kit from the tools section of the
Oh, right
equipment.
on. Right on.
And,
Very cool.
Put that in the chat as well. All right,
Super cool.
Beth, how about you? Which did you said artist, I believe? All right.
Correct. And I rolled a 1, a D6.
All right. Oh no, it has a word that I will attempt. You have a worrying patron, as all artists do, a consigliere with a sensitive side, appreciates sensitive works that explore the depths of human emotion, has absolutely killed before.
Great.
And very good. You have 2 base abilities through here that I will paste as well. As long as you're in good standing with your patron, you get $120 at the start of each investigation. And once per
Ooh.
investigation, you can ask the patron and they'll give you $50 more or get you admittance into a private event. If you fall out, you're going to have a new patron at the start of the next investigation.
Can you get that
Wow.
patron to whack somebody for you?
I would
He's-
say that feels very Borgy to me.
Yeah.
I think that is an option.
Just have to explain he's interfering with my creative vibe. I can't
Yeah.
work while he breathes.
Yeah.
That's right.
You also have the whims of society. Before you start an investigation, you're going to roll a d6, and it is going to affect what your social standing is at any point. So most of you will have a pretty stable kind of level of being, but artists, it's who knows? You could be flying high 1 second or down at the ground the next.
Hell yeah, ain't that
Mhm.
the truth?
And then one more d6 for your final specialty.
A 6.
All right. Ooh, you have an eidetic memory. You can perfectly
Nice.
recall everything you've seen or experienced.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is
Mhm.
I
great.
feel like I'm a poet. I feel like that's the vibe.
I
Ooh.
like that. Yeah, yeah. This guy's always asking you to write poetry about the fragility of the human condition.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. And then we have a mesmerist. You will
Okay.
have a patient's disturbing admissions. Roll a
Did-
d6, please.
Okay. A 6.
A 6. Oh, okay. A visit to your birth home unearthed troubling memories of a doctor who lived next door. One time he gave you a metallic tincture to drink and jabbed you in the neck with his fingers, but after several minutes of waiting, sighed and proclaimed that you weren't the one. He moved out of town shortly after. Even today, your blood is a startling deep red when you're cut.
Wow. It's kind of gross. Okay.
You get 2 abilities to go with this. Once per combat, this is called artificial tide. Once per combat and once per 2 hours outside of combat, when you touch a hominid target, you may force them to test morale. Morale being basically a way to make them uh,
Lee.
break or flee. But
Yep.
yes, if they fail, you choose whether they fly into a rage, go catatonic, or flee for the next d6 rounds. And if you succeed, or if they succeed, they'll know you tried something.
Mhm.
You can't target your fellow investigators just for fun, and you can't
Yeah.
target yourself. Not a huge
Oh,
shock.
I was totally going to do
and
that.
and like a mesmerist, follow my voice. Stability times per day, as long as you are able to talk to them consistently throughout the process. You may pick a hominid target and have them ignore all points of penalties
Ooh,
on a single test. You may
that's
not
super
target
handy.
yourself, but yeah, you could basically help your fellow compatriots.
Investigators if they got big
Yeah.
minuses. I like it. That's very handy.
And
And I
then
roll
you
D6 for
get
whatever the
one
third
more
thing is.
d6.
5.
5. Oh my good. Uh Vivisepulture? You're going
Hmm?
to get an additional 2 max hit points. Once per day for up to 12 hours continuous, you may put yourself into a state of suspended animation. During that period, you do not need to breathe, you don't require food or water, and you can dimly perceive the world around you, but you're otherwise insensate. To bystanders, you look like a corpse, but you can still be injured in this state.
So that's how I get around with the steamer trunk. I just kind of like pack the trunk.
That's honestly, I could see it. That's wild, and I really like it. That's how you save money.
Oh,
Guys, just make sure you open this by the time we get to Amsterdam.
yeah.
All right. And if you see this class and you go, I'm not feeling it, you can always take just a base +1 to an ability, +1 omens, and an extra max hit point. But these are fun. I kind of like the classes. All right. With that, I think everybody should be able to assign their abilities, give yourself a name, which I should have put on the chart, and I'm doing so now.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a feeling stability is a good thing to put a height.
It's probably not bad. It is a little different than a Call of Cthulhu or something. When you see a monster, you don't have to test stability.
Oh,
Not,
good.
yeah, that's
Okay.
not what that's for, really. That said, it seems like it's a consequence a lot of the time. If like, oh, we let a monster go, you might lose stability long term.
Right.
But It's also important if you want to be casting spells, because that is absolutely a thing you can do in this. If you get a hold of spells, you can cast using stability and you can slowly lose your mind. All right. So now everybody should be able to assign their various numbers that they got. Your hit points are going to be 5 plus your toughness, or you could roll a d8 if you're feeling risky.
Nope, I'll take the 5. I know
Well,
how
it's
my
a
D8
d8
rolls work.
plus toughness, minimum of
Yep.
1. So if you have a
Mhm.
negative toughness, you might as well
Ah,
roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Borg this up, and I'm doing the D8. So
I like
Okay.
here we go.
Do the D8. Do it, man.
It's a 4. So
it. Okay.
yeah, it's could have been a lot worse.
And your toughness is, of course, a +6.
Uh, yeah, my toughness is
Yeah.
+2, so it takes me to a
Okay,
6. So
okay.
that's pretty good.
Very nice.
Where's there a place for? Oh, there it is. 6.
And you'll additionally see in the corner that if you have fewer than 5 max hit points, you get an extra omen to survive a little longer.
Oh, nice.
And if
Sweet.
the sum of your abilities is +3 or lower, you get another omen on top of that because you just have a terrible life, apparently. Um, social standing will be your stability as well, so those match 1 to 1, except, of course, for Beth's character, whose social standing will, yeah, who knows? Could be anything, even a boat. It's carrying capacity. I don't think you have to worry too heavily about, but it will be strength +1 as well. Put everything in the steamer trunk. All right. Any questions, or are we good to throw out some names and descriptions of characters? What do people have?
Now, the class description for mesmerist, that's like a professional doctor type mesmerist, not like a crazy Svengali guy who works out of a fair or something, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The write-up is following the theories. See, this is scientific, promoted by
Huh.
18th century physician Franz Mesmer. You've
Mhm.
learned to manipulate du magnisme animal. Who knows if I said that right, but it is the invisible force that flows between all living beings. As so long as another person is aware of your capabilities, you can bring about profound changes in them through direct application of that force.
Okay.
Mm.
I like that they have to be aware that you have that ability.
Well, I have to advertise the thing.
Yeah.
Clearly. All right. That's a good name for this.
While you're thinking, Troy, Nathan,
Yes.
are there in typical Borg fashion a random list of names in there that I could roll on?
You know, I don't think I saw one.
Ah, boo.
That's
That's
unfortunate.
There's all kinds, there might be one in the solo rules, so let me see.
No worry. Not a big deal. I was just curious. I'll figure something out. It's all good.
I may have gone ham and gotten quite a few of these expansions for this because they're pretty fun. Useful tables. Hmm. In that case, Troy, what are you feeling?
Well, I'm looking at famous hypnotists. There's a lot of Russians, but I don't know if I could do the Russian accent justification.
Trust me, that has never stopped me.
Okay. Well, okay. I think I'll go with Vladimir then.
Ooh,
Vladimir.
Like that.
Vladimir,
Yes.
you're getting sleepy. See,
There you go.
expert.
Yes. And Vladimir has he has a like a nice tall hat that's actually got a little spiral thing on it, so people know that he's a hypnotist. Look at this. Right here.
Do you have
Uh,
like signs that advertise you as well as like
Mhm.
Vladimir with you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with me, with the like the little spiral thing over my face, you know. Like,
Nice. Nice.
Very good. How about Colin? What are you thinking? Did you find a name?
Yeah, I'm still debating here. I want to reel like 19 like jazz age like bad guy crook name. So I'm thinking like kind of an ironic name, like I'd be ugly as shit, but they'd call me like handsome Pete or something, and I'm like super gross. I don't know.
Hint Paul is a popular name in the 20s, apparently.
oh, Pretty Boy was a nickname they would actually use. So you keep
Yeah,
Pretty Boy, whatever your
Yeah,
hideous
yeah.
name is.
I think I'm gonna be oh, let's see. I don't know, go to Beth. I'm still debating it.
All right. Beth, what do you get?
Dorothy is what I went with.
That's a
I was
classic
looking
name.
up names and then I
Mhm.
saw Dorothy and I thought, Dorothy Parker, who was actually a
Yep.
poet.
Yep.
So
Ah,
that's
very
my
nice.
basis. Very depressed person.
Why? It's the roaring 20s. Everything's going great.
Oh God.
What's there to be sad about?
There's no antidepressants. There's no
No, that's fair. Absolutely
just cough
fair.
syrup and
Mm-hmm.
nerve
You're
tonic.
self-medicating. It's all good.
Mhm.
Hmm. Exactly.
How much has Dorothy published at this point? Like, are there books on
Um,
books?
probably probably in zines.
Well, yeah.
They're sort of passed around, you know, the underground scene. Probably nothing public, we'll say.
Oh, an underground poet.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
That's really good.
Right. And Colin, what do you have?
I came up with Mickey the Matchstick Malloy. Because
Mickey Malloy.
I have a matchstick in my mouth at all times,
Yeah.
like a
Mm.
toothpick, and I also burn down the places I robbed to cover up the evidence.
That's not creating an MO at all.
So there is that.
They're never going to figure you out, man. You're too clever.
This guy with the matchstick just is always hanging around these places that burn down. I don't know.
What are
Could
the
be
odds?
anything.
Note I have a 0 instability, which is acting rationally and making good decisions.
Mm,
So
mm.
Mhm.
Well, in that case, Beth, can you roll your stability for this time? Because at least where I'm going to start this, that will be important.
Yes, I got a 3, which I think is a 3 is +1.
Okay.
all right.
There we go. A
All
whole
right.
$100.
So you're at +1.
Nice.
Vladimir, how's Vladimir doing? Social standing wise.
Oh, he's got a stability of 4. He hypnotizes all the
Oh,
best rich ladies.
oh.
So
Very good.
yes,
All right.
you will convince your husband to invest in these stocks. Yes, it's very stable for you.
Yes, yes. Don't go to the stock market on Friday. Or was it a
Yeah.
Monday? I can't remember.
I think there's at least 2 bad days.
Yeah.
Probably Monday and Friday.
All right. The last thing I will roll for everybody, I won't roll it, one of you will, is how do you know each other? If you one of you roll a d6 for me, please.
I'll do
Oh,
it.
Beth,
Oh, go Beth.
I'll do it.
yeah, Beth should do this. Beth.
Come on, Beth.
6.
Hey.
This might be perfect. You met through a shared hobby. So, what was the group's shared hobby?
Steamer trunks.
No, we all have clubs. Our shared hobby
Clubbing.
is beating some social class or something.
Going clubbing.
Clubbing, yes. We literally go clubbing.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Like I could see like a weird speakeasy. Well, I guess Jazz Age isn't prohibition quite yet, right?
I don't remember exactly when
When did it
Prohibition
kick in? That's
started.
right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see a weird club where they're like, they serve drinks, but then they're like, and we have a mesmerist on stage and
Oh,
a
it's
a slam poet or stuff like that.
nice.
Mhm.
It is absolutely in full force, 1920 through 1933. So, yep, I like it. So there is a club that you have all gone to. We're going to say it gets rowdy sometimes, so it's helpful to have a literal physical club at those times
Hmm.
in case, someone starts telling Vladimir that he's a fraud or something, you can quiet him down a little bit.
Somebody
And all the
heckles my
clubs have
poetry.
the club's name
Yeah.
on the club, right? So it's all
Yeah.
like they're
Oh, it's
personalized.
branded.
It's
What do you think the
branded.
name what do you think the name of this club is?
Ooh,
Well, they like artistic, crazy shit.
yeah,
It,
avant-garde.
if I can suggest one,
Mhm.
Lights Out.
Yes,
Let's do it.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Perfect.
And you're supposed to say that when you club someone with your club, right?
Just quipping as you're beating somebody senseless.
Mhm.
That's part of the show. That's one of the acts.
Excellent. In that case, I'm going to start our adventure today in the Lights Out Club. The drinks are flowing. Um, who's done a show? Is it Dorothy or is it Vladimir?
Well, I just finished a show where I hypnotized an undercover narc into thinking he was the Queen of England, and we've just left him like that. So he's walking around acting like the Queen of England.
Very nice. Very nice. I like to imagine that this person's not quite sure what a British accent is, so
He's
you're
doing a
you're
terrible
hearing,
job, yes.
oh, hello, the
He's
little
Mrs.
wave.
Doubtfiring.
Yes. um, and your group is maybe sitting together. Let's get a description. I think we kind of know Vladimir. You've got the hat,
Mhm.
but old, young. What's Vladimir look like?
Uh, he's a weathered looking Russian, so his age is actually probably younger than he looks because he went through some hard times getting here from Mother Russia. And he occasionally talks about war wounds and things like that. But he's handsome. He's got a nice goatee, nice beard. He takes care of his looks. He does have a professional doctor practice as well as this side gig, but very straight looking. Like right now, he's wearing his entertainer suit, so he's looking like he's ready to go on stage. So suspenders and everything like that. And he's sipping straight vodka in little glasses.
Oh wow. All right. Yeah, smells strong.
Mhm.
Dorothy, what about you?
I think she probably wears a pretty large beret tilted to the side.
Mm,
Um,
hmm.
black, black shift dress with a blazer over top, with like a flower, probably dead,
Yes.
on the lapel.
You're doing goth before goth was a thing.
Mhm.
Like,
So I love
Yes. And yeah, she's short black hair as well. Yeah,
very
the
nice.
curls.
And what is Dorothy drinking on this night?
Uh, Probably straight gin.
Ah, we're
Oh,
purists.
yeah. All right. And then Mickey, the matchstick Malloy.
Mickey is like this giant brick of a man. Like he's got like square shoulders, a square head, like a flat top. He looks like a Dick Tracy villain, and he's all like hunched over, and he's got scars and burns and all kind of
Yep.
shit. Like he's dressed kind of like he's trying to be classy,
Mhm.
but like his suits, it's a nice make of a suit,
Hmm.
Mhm.
but the fact that there's a dried blood like bullet hole or two in the back kind of
Mhm.
gets the like illusion away. Like I
Hmm.
Yeah.
clearly took this off a guy I murdered, and hunched over, and I'm drinking like whatever the cheapest like rot gut moonshine that they have is. I'm like, ugh, Christ.
Oh yeah, they have some truly foul moonshine that they've brought in the out from the outside. And we'll leave the city. This is a little vague, but maybe like a kind of coastal, pretty big
Mhm.
city. Uh, Maybe not quite in New York, but somewhere in that. And you're drinking here, maybe chatting a little bit when your friend Buddy shows up. Now, Buddy's about 24. He is very wealthy and he makes a show of it whenever he comes to the lights out bar. And he's kind of latched onto your group as just his friend group, whether you
Yeah.
want to or not. So I'm gonna go around and ask, um, what is something Buddy has done for you, or what has he done that has annoyed you?
Well, annoyed me is pretty much everything. Like virtually, there's nothing that I like about this guy, except for the fact that he's super rich, and that he'll
Mhm.
often, if you get him in his cups, he'll talk about like, "Oh yes, my super rich friend will be leaving their mansion or whatever," and those mansions have burnt to the ground.
Ah, ah.
Yeah, so who would have thunk it? Like bad luck, I guess. I don't know.
I like Buddy because he's actually very suggestible, not in the usual hypnotist way, but just you can put ideas in his head very easily. And so if I go
Mhm.
to Buddy and you're like, hey, a trip to the West Coast might be nice. What do you think? And he goes like, yeah, a trip to the West
Yeah,
Coast,
yeah.
and then we're on a trip to the West Coast.
Nice.
Makes sense. Makes sense. He's easy to be like, we should go, and the we
Mhm.
suddenly includes you first
Mhm.
class. Yeah, that
Mhm.
makes sense. But Dorothy.
Buddy probably buys her poetry when she's in lower social
Mm,
standing during those low periods. He probably still buys her poetry no matter what. They're just very supportive in that way, even if it's bad. Um, and yeah, in terms of annoying, probably if he's throwing around money, maybe her patron feels threatened.
yep,
Ooh.
that makes sense. And this is you haven't seen Buddy for a while,
Mhm.
but he is talking about how during his trips that he actually found Dorothy, your poetry was a big help because I got bored all the way. We went to the Antarctic this year and it was incredible. I shot
Mhm.
so many penguins, though they're
Mhm.
not that fast, but they can, if they get in the water, you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
catch them again. So, you would know that Buddy really likes to hunt.
Mhm.
Hunting is one of his, he travels. When you're like, let's go to the West Coast, there's a look of what can I shoot on the West Coast of seals?
You
I guess
you
seals.
you you haven't caught a skunk ape yet, buddy. You should try to catch one of those.
Oh, he would love to catch a skunk ape.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Um, and you know that his house is kind of a just filled to the brim with these taxidermy things.
Mhm.
And he turns to Vladimir with a little bit of a
Yes.
sheepish grin. And Vladimir,
What's wrong,
I've
buddy?
got, I hate to impose, I really do,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
but I have a bit of a trophy that I brought back from Antarctica that
What did you get? Did you?
well, here's the thing. I brought it back. I've had it taxidermied and stuffed and everything, but it's too large. I can't put it in my house while I am renovating for all the penguins that I
Mm-hmm.
have stuffed. I need to remake one of my wings, you understand.
Right, right,
There's
right.
simply no more room.
How big is it, buddy? How big is it?
Um well, it's a you would barely notice it. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just hoping that
Mm-hmm.
I could leave it at your estate for a week or two. I'd be happy to pay you $80 just to hold on for it for me.
Am I going to have to empty the swimming pool for it, buddy? How big are we talking?
I'd prefer you didn't put it in a swimming pool. It could catch it's quite a fine thing. It's not that big. Um and you get
Just,
the impression it's quite large.
yes, that's what I'm getting. Try
Yes.
try Just try. How many pool tables long is it, buddy? Just give me a sense. Of how big
Oh,
we're talking here.
2 pool tables stacked together. Like I said, or yes, end to end, up top.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm. I suppose I could move some furniture in the drawing room, then perhaps. But can I get it
Wonderful.
through the door, buddy? How big are we talking?
Oh, I guarantee you'll be able to get it through the door.
I see. Well, all right. It's not like you haven't done me the occasional favor. When do you want to drop it off?
Well, I was wondering what you were doing tonight, if I'm being honest. My men are maybe at your door at this very moment.
Already. All right.
I told
I
them we
got.
were excellent friends, and you wouldn't deny an old friend.
Yeah. I grabbed the bottle of vodka and stick it in my coat. Well, I should go check on that then. Would you people like to come with me?
Yeah, you said
Nothing.
$80. Is that each of us gets $80, buddy?
I
Because I'll
wasn't.
watch this out for you for $80. That's fine. Bodyguard style, you know what I'm saying?
Would you like to make a presence roll to convince him?
No, I'd rather use one of the other skills.
Hey, I can be convinced if you want to
Oh.
flex.
That is
Yeah.
a 6. So D20, right?
Yep, a d20, you're going to add your presence, and
That's
you
a
want to hit a
16.
12. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
16.
And he scratches his chin. You know what? That's a great idea. Having somebody to look over this thing and keep an eye on it. I don't know who else might want it. I'm a little afraid museums are gonna, start scouting it out. My buddy that helped me find it, I found this German on the road to the Antarctic ships. Whatever, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Christoph, he's real interested in it, and I figure if he's interested in it, other people might be as well.
Right.
You think this Christoph would make a move on you, buddy?
I don't think so. He seems quite friendly and interested in me having it. No, he seems pretty chill.
Well, let's just take a look at your acquisition, buddy. I want to see what you've brought us.
Excellent.
Let's all
And
four of us go to my place and see what it is.
and let's smash cut. And Vladimir, what does your place look like?
Well, the front half is actually designed to be very showy for the customers, the richer customers that come in to get hypnotized. And in fact, I've got things all over the place for hypnotizing people. So I just want to grab something off the shelf. There's like a bird with really intense googly eyes. I can just get them to look at, or I've got like a collection of clocks. They're all timed together and they all tick nicely in unison. So God, just listen to the clocks. They're like, oh yeah. And then my back part is just, it looks like something that out of like a rustic cabin or something like that. Because I think back to Mother Russia. I think, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Terrible old bed. Just it feels so good, even though it looks like shit. But the front looks great. And I do have a drawing room, and it does have a pool table or two in it. So I'll get the old servant to kind of like make some room for whatever piece of crap Buddy's dumped on us.
Well, and you get to the front of the estate, and you can see he's brought one of those like canvas covered trucks there, and he's got a couple strong guys there, and they're hauling out this crate that will just barely make it in your double wide doors when you open them.
Okay.
It looks to be about the size of like a rhinoceros, if you're putting that.
All right.
And just like he was saying, there is a kind of worried looking, almost gaunt German guy there that's telling these workers, like, careful, careful. Do not drop it. Do not drop it.
You must be Christoph.
Ah, yes. A pleasure.
So, do you have any handle with care instructions for this thing?
Yes. If you keep it in the crate, it will be quite safe. If you wish to take a look, do not spill on it. Do not, do not get too close with fire or anything. It's,
is it very flammable?
Yes, taxidermy. It's,
no, of course.
It's sawdust and whatnot. Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, here I'll direct the man to bring it into the drawing room there, or whatever.
Yeah, and they'll help move the pool tables and everything.
All right.
Around.
Well, buddy, we need to take a look at it though. If it's going to stay here for a while, I want to see what we've got.
All right. And he gets like that grin like, yeah, I know. And he pulls like one of the crate edges down with the help of the others. And
Mhm,
what he shows you,
mhm,
if you were an idiot, you might
mhm,
say it's a hairy rhinoceros.
mhm,
It doesn't really look like that though. The hairs that are on it are all like individual bristles. So instead
mhm,
of having like a coat like you might see on a seal or something that
mhm,
swims, it looks more like a tarantula. The jaws on the front of it are bisected in like a plus sign shape, so it looks like it could open in four directions potentially.
mhm.
And the horn that you would see, there's actually like five of them that are growing inconsistently, and they actually cover whatever this thing's eyes might have been. It also smells a little bit like a mix between formaldehyde and flowers.
Ooh.
Look at the
Buddy,
size of this mastodon, Buddy says.
uh, buddy,
Huh.
as a Russian, I do have an idea of what mastodons look like, and that is not a mastodon.
It's I seen one of them in a book one time. It's a one of them hairy rhinoceroses, right?
No, 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 you're much misinformed. You're reading that children's book for idiots, that the hairy rhinoceros.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, that is not a hairy. I have I have to say, buddy, I have no blasting clue what it is you put in my living room, but it is not a mastodon. Perhaps you'll get to name it after yourself. It could be Buddy's Beast.
I went through a period of time only exclusively writing poetry about animals, and this is not anything that I've seen before.
Hmm.
Uh, no, and at this, Kristoff speaks up. There are many strange creatures that you might find in the Antarctic. I'm sure it's just a like malformed mastodon or something. You know, they might
Hmm.
have a birth defect or something.
How could it have grown this big if it has no eyes? Look at it. How does it see?
Oh, uh, perhaps it smells very well with the kind of gestures towards the front where you think there might be some nostrils, but probably a few of them.
How many of these horns are there?
Five total.
Would it make a good hat rack?
Um, they're kind of like growing into each other,
Oh
so
no,
it
make
would
a
be a
terrible
little
hat rack.
difficult. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, buddy, you're going to just keep this for yourself, right?
Yeah, of course. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm going to show it off, but
I don't think you'd be able to sell it to a museum. They would think it was a fake.
yeah, I suppose. Well, that's fine. I'm looking forward to keeping it in my collection
Yeah,
once it's
yeah,
established.
yeah.
Oh, penguin? And he holds up like a little stuffed taxidermied penguin. I've got a
Oh,
million of the things.
sure. All right.
You
No.
kill the baby ones too? That's great.
Oh, you think it was a I figured it was just small, you know.
Yeah, either way, they all die the same. It's fine.
I'll put the penguin on the shelf. Maybe I can
Got
make a clock out of it or something.
it has a very accusing look to its eyes.
Oh, really? Well, that's rather fetching. What does this make you think of? I say to Colin's character.
Oh, I'm looking at it and I see fire and I see burning and I hear
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
usually what you
it's
say when I ask you what it makes you think of. It doesn't make you think of
well,
like your mom or your dad or
well, they died in that terrible fire with all the screaming.
so
So
that
I mean,
reminds
yeah,
you. Yes,
a
I
little
see.
bit, yeah, yeah.
I see. I see. Okay. It was no good to him then. Does this make you think of anything? I said about his character, whose name I can't
I
remember.
think Dorothy.
Dorothy.
It reminds me of how close we are to death, all of us, all the time.
Perfect. Okay, I'll give it to you.
That's great. That's great.
I'll keep it
Well,
at my
buddy,
place, and it will.
buddy, perhaps I will have a party here later, and people can admire this monstrosity.
Ooh, what a wonderful idea. Absolutely. I will help out. How long do you need to?
I'll have to set on some invitations. We'll have to take the rest of the box off, maybe decorate it with some ribbons and flowers or whatever people feel inspired to do. Does it look like a mastodon from the west of the way in, or does it have like other shit growing out of it?
I mean, if you go to the backside, it kind of looks maybe more rhinoceros like on that end. Like it's kind of got that like
Mhm.
build to it. But
Okay.
the hairs definitely the way they're spiny and kind of stand out. That yeah. You'd
All
have to
right.
like shave it and then maybe it could pass for a rhino from that angle.
Well, all right. I'll send out some invites for to see Buddy's Beasts Bacchanalia. So we have some bees. And it's an invite only thing, although we'll get some people to crash and then get to admire this marvelous beast. Hopefully not throw up if they look at it too drunk, and get some kind of musicians in. Perhaps Dorothy, you could write a poem to this poor creature, maybe about how it suffered
Absolutely.
before it died.
Yeah,
Yes, that was my plan.
how did it die, buddy? Did you shoot it? Did you stab it? Like,
No, I didn't kill it. I found it encased in ice, actually, if truth be told.
huh.
But if you look under here, uh, and he like gets under the thing kind of and pokes up at it, you can see where we had to sew together a couple of like spear holes or something. I think perhaps it was hunted
Ah,
by Antarctic adventurers back in the day.
there's a story there. Yes, very good.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, if you want to look it up, you can feel free to do the research for me. I
I'm
certainly
not going to
couldn't
find
be
this beast
bothered.
in any book, buddy. It's not going to happen.
And Christoph kind of says, you might actually, if you go looking, I have
Mhm,
I have told that there are libraries around this area that you might
mhm.
be able to find
Oh,
things in.
all right.
Is this something that interests you, Vlad?
Well, I mean, it'll help with the party. We should have a name for this thing. What's the library we should go to?
Uh, and he names the kind of the public library
Okay.
there. It might take you some time, but yes, I
Yeah, all right.
think you could look something up if you wanted.
I'm tempted to get Colin's character to do it.
Yeah, if you pay me, I'll do whatever. You need something, I'll make them gone. You need something carried, I'll carry it.
I need you to look through some books until you find a picture of something that looks like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. For $20, I'll look through the books for
Okay.
you.
$20, I'll do nearly anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Mhm.
That's a lot of hooch I can buy with
Yeah.
that.
All right. Well, in that case, Buddy is going to thank you once more, Vlad.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
if there are no more questions, he is going to leave and he will pick this up as soon as he is able.
Mhm.
But it will be a while. He says a few days. You think there's no way in hell he's going to have it done in a few days.
No, it's going to be a couple of weeks at least,
Yeah.
probably. Might as well make as much of this thing as we can in the interim.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
is there? It sounds like Vlad, you're thinking sending out invites to a party.
Mhm.
Do you know roughly when you want this to occur? Like
Well,
2
we're
days,
going
3 days? Yeah.
to maybe 2 days, give us enough time to set up a display around it, maybe like drinks or something like that, decorate it a bit,
Like
clean out some of the rooms, invite some musicians. Dorothy can have place of honor with any kind of recitation she wants to do. And my Malone here he can do his knuckle cracking routine where he just, does the anvil chorus with his knuckle cracking.
That's right. That's right. You have a party. I don't want anybody touching this.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Buddy paid me $80 to keep this thing safe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so see if you can find any books with pictures of this thing.
you got it. You got it. Yeah, okay.
okay. So the next day, it sounds like that's what Mickey's going to be doing. Dorothy, what about you?
I'd be wanting to inspect it in order to give an accurate,
Mhm.
summary. I'm thinking something like Whales Weep Not by D.H. Lawrence.
Oh,
Mm,
nice.
Giving like a really, descriptive story about this
Yeah.
creature and how it lived and what it did. So I'm going to be inspecting it to see maybe how it died, to sort of get more information
Mhm.
about how it potentially lived.
Neat.
And
I like that.
that's what I'll be.
In that
Yeah.
case, we'll jump to the next day as you are looking over this figure, and it's rainy outside. Like it's just coming down in waves, so it's the perfect time to stand in this pool room and just look over this being. And you're finding a lot of um little like scrapes and marks on it, in amongst the thing. Like this thing definitely lived for a long time before it was killed. And the you can definitely see with your spending the time that it looks like maybe it was speared with something. You can actually find like the entrance exit holes of these things to be like, oh yeah, a couple of these went all the way through. That's interesting. But as you are standing there in the pool room, you hear this clacking sound. And it's like,
You,
what, what?
you all hearing that?
So not the sound of pool balls,
It is, yeah, it does
billiards
sound like
balls.
pool balls. And you can see where that pool table has been shoved off to the side. There's, it's coming from there.
Oh, there's someone skulking around. One of those, what do you say, those museum guys coming around? I'll break his kneecaps. I'm gonna go
No,
check it out.
maybe it's some rodents have snuck in to play a game. That's
I can
different.
break their kneecaps too. I mean,
No,
they got
no, no.
knees, don't they?
They get to stay for free. I don't mind them. Is there
All
any weird little creatures running around knocking the pool balls around or something?
You go over to the table and look at them, and you see that one of the pool balls is moving on its own and just like going across the table and bumping to another, then bumping into another one.
Melon, what do you think of this?
Pool balls rolling around, Vlad. I don't know what to tell you. They don't got knees for me to break, so your guess is good as
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, they don't have knees. Does it look like a proper game of pool is being played or just kind of moving around in a crazy
No,
pattern?
it's pretty aimless. Yeah.
Is there an earthquake or are there tremors or anything that we can notice?
No, not that you're feeling.
I'll rack up the balls and then see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, you start to rack them up. You click them together, and when you get close to this, it whips itself at your head.
Ah, get out of the way if I can.
Whoa!
Yeah. Okay. Make an agility test,
I'm
please.
probably going to fail that because I got a 0.
I believe in you for one.
I failed, but I didn't fumble. That's good.
Yep. So remember, you have omens as well. If you would like to lower the difficulty by a
Well, I
d4.
rolled a 6, so I can't get it to 8. But I
No,
might spend an omen to knock a d6 off the damage if it turns out to be significant.
that makes sense. It would be 3 damage. Would you like to knock a d6 off of
I
that?
would, because that's half my hit points gone in one fell swoop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I rolled the d6. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I heal myself by hit point. Anyway, they
So,
don't.
so
It
how are
leaves
you? Yeah, how are you lucky?
it kind of like flies up and it hits me in the hardest part of the skull, so I just have like a little bit of a bump or a shiner,
Yeah.
but it doesn't like cave my skull and it kind of just deflects off. No, bullets can deflect off that part.
Mhm.
And plus,
Whoa!
I'm Russian. I have a tough
Yeah.
head.
And the others watch this ball just kind of fling itself into a corner and clatter around over there.
Whoa!
Well, that's not a friendly game of pool. That no. What
Huh.
the hell's going on here?
Now you're not
Uh,
trying to trick us, are you, Vlad? Is this not some of
no,
your
I don't like I don't for jokes. I don't give myself a nasty blow on the head usually. Not since the winter 14, anyways. I stopped doing that stuff. All right. Well, I don't. Are they both still acting up? Are they still
You
clacking around?
know, and you're not hearing it. That one that went over there is quiet now.
Well, I think we're gonna have to call in the exorcist. We have a poltergeist or something here.
Hold to what now?
It's a dead chicken spirit.
A dead chicken spirit.
Yes,
huh?
a poltergeist. Yes.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my
Well,
life.
they're very violent. They throw things all over the place.
Chicken spirit. First we got
Yes.
woolly rhinoceros, now you got a chicken spirit.
Maybe it's the ghost of the penguin that he gave us the stuffing for. Perhaps it's that.
You
Anyways,
guys are a gas.
We
Well,
could
I
turn
don't
the
know.
party into a seance.
Yeah. Maybe I should
Some-
include my invite list some people I don't like so much in case they
Is
get
there
killed.
money in that, Dorth?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there can be.
Well, yeah, then let's do
Especially
it.
if
Yeah.
it's
All right, we'll
especially
add
if
a
it's real.
seance. We'll add a seance to the invitation, saying the spirit of the buddy beast is reaching forth to communicate, and we will have a little kumbaya moment or something. Try to actually that's too
To
early.
invite some
Yeah.
spiritualists and
Yeah, let's invite some
you can
spiritualists
charge
'cause
more.
Absolutely.
they go up like candles in the presence of heavy spiritual activities. So they're good to use.
Going up like candles now, that I like. All right, let's
I figured that
let's-
would appeal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got to get the servants to take all the really flammable stuff and put it in the backyard, away
I'll
from
go
the building.
I'll go grab that cube, that pool ball too. I'll go find that
Mhm.
and hang on to that for a bit. Or
Yeah.
throw it back on the table, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it looks normal. It didn't draw blood or anything. So yeah, it's
It might have
Mhm.
suffered damage from my head, though.
yeah. Maybe
Mhm.
there's a little crack in it.
No.
If I was looking at the creature, was there anything happening with the creature while that was happening?
Roll a presence test. I think that's kind of going to be our noticey things.
7.
Okay. No, not that you noticed. Yeah, it was maybe a little distracting having that thing click around.
Fair enough.
But you've got a pretty good grasp now of like do you sketch? Is Dorothy an artist in that way as well? Like is she drawing
Yeah, I
this
think
or
so.
yeah,
I think charcoals
Hmm.
for sure.
very nice. Very nice. Yes, you have some very nice drawings of this creature
Mhm.
that you can use as inspiration if you so desire.
The rest of the session is going to be me, Beth, writing a poem. So
Yes. Yes, do it.
apologies if
Go
I don't
ahead.
say anything
That's
for.
fine.
Do it. Do it.
Nothing wrong with that. There's definitely a problem in
Yes,
this
that's so
creature.
good. That's so good.
All right. Well, you do this is this is an early morning event.
Mhm.
What do people want to do for the day? T minus 2 days to the party.
Well, I actually am interested in finding out what this thing is. So if I will go with Mickey to the library now, we'll both look just in case Mickey has a bad day and only gets me children's books or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be
Um,
interested in going to the library as well,
And
just
I'll,
in
and I'll
terms of.
definitely make a
Yeah.
point of getting one of the senior Catholic priests on the invite list. Because I know someone I know who likes to tipple, but might actually have some exorcism power. I don't know.
I'm just
Maybe I-
making a list of spiritologists, rich people, Catholic priest.
Mhm. Sounds
That's the
good.
beginning of a joke.
Yes. They walked into a bar and died horribly.
But it sounds Dorothy, you were saying you're going along as well to with them to the library.
Yeah, I think if there's any other information that we can find that's valuable
Sure.
for my
Okay.
epic.
Yeah. So the the Bell City Library, we'll say, has a lot of different sections. Where do you want to try looking up information on this creature?
I gotta say, I ain't never been in this building before. Vlad, you say this is where they keep all the books? Is that right?
Yeah. All the books. All the
Yeah.
books are kept.
Is this
All
what
of
this is?
All of them.
Is this it? Normally, I just see newspapers at the barber
Oh
shop.
no,
and,
this is with all the books.
Wow. I mean, that sounds like a bad plan. Like books are super flammable, you know.
I
So
know.
you got
I
them
know,
all in
buddy.
one place. They could
I
go up
kn-
like that.
I know, but we'd lose all the great books about fires if that happened.
There's books about fires.
Yes, and they would burn if something just happened to this place.
Wow, that's what you like to call poetry. Isn't that right, Dorothy?
Yeah.
Books about fire turning into fire.
Yes. Okay. I'll
All right.
get,
There's
I'll
something
get him
to
some.
that.
I'll get him some books about fires to read.
Well, I was gonna go bully the librarian and intimidate them to see if they can't
Oh,
give
good.
me
Oh.
books on animals.
Okay,
Hey,
I'll
you
go
work
for it.
here? Yeah, come here.
Come here.
Whoa. You find a mousy looking individual. It's some guy. You just maybe grab him. Oh,
You got any books on weird animals? I need books on weird animals with pictures.
okay.
Make it snappy.
Okay.
That's
And
right.
you'll see that this terrified librarian is leading Mickey over to the zoology section.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
What about the other two?
I'll go check prehistoric speculation or something, or maybe
Okay.
theosophy or something.
Okay.
One of those before the dawn of written language, man did this or that, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense. And Dorothy, what about you?
There's a section, it came from the Antarctic.
Yes.
Maybe if there's like travel logs or something from that region. And
Perfect,
I'm also
perfect.
very good because of my eidetic memory. It takes me quickly flipping through a book is enough to scan it to my memory. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Very nice. In that case, I will have everybody do a presence test.
Okay. I fumble mine.
Oh no.
I don't know what that means, but it's probably not good.
17 on the pumpkin die.
Ooh,
Oh, you have a pumpkin die? Let's see.
I have a whole Halloween set I'm using today.
Very
But the
nice.
pumpkin die
Let's
is.
put it up to the camera here.
'tis
Let's
the
see if
season.
I can do it.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sweet.
Spooky.
Sweet
So yeah, I
pumpkin
got a
die.
whole set, and it came with. This is one of my favorites too. Each pip is on the witch's cauldron is how much it. Oh, it's green. Is how much it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
That's
nice.
fun.
Cool
That's very
stuff.
cool.
Anyway, sorry.
I got 12.
Okay. Okay. In that case, Vlad,
Mm-hmm.
this is basically this is going to take them until closing time, right? For all
Yeah.
of you amongst heroes, you're gonna end up spending about 8 hours here. Yeah, it's a long day. And Vlad, you are not having a huge amount of luck.
I'll
Um
get some
looking
more
through
vodka for
it,
my hip flask.
yeah, you're finding some like maybe it's southern hemisphere. You think if you take a little longer that might help.
Mhm.
But you're not quite clear on that.
Mm.
Mickey, you are finding, and the librarian is confused. It's probably lucky that Dorothy has these pictures. Because what you have proven is that this is in fact 100%, you are positive, not a mastodon. In fact, there are no zoological books about this creature that you can find. It's not a rhino. It's something weird, and the very scared librarian is suggests that maybe yes, the maybe it's like a tall tale somebody told. You
Tall
could
tale.
you could look in the folklore section.
What do you think? I'm an idiot? Of course, I'm going to look
No,
in
sir.
the folklore section. Where's that at? Show me where that's at. Come on, make
Yeah.
it snappy,
He
pal.
points where Vladimir is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are about to close, though.
Hey! You're staying open until we say you're
Oh,
closing. You
man.
understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
Great.
jeez. And meanwhile, Dorothy, in her own section, finds that there is an interesting theory that you're kind of coming in these travel logs of a this idea of the supercontinent named Pangea, and that there are like supercontinents that broke up at one point, including the theory that at one time there was, maybe some of the Antarctic was part of this. So you're starting to think like this thing could have been from a warmer climate and ended up down in this section. So it probably wasn't always in the ice.
but no other indications that anyone else has come across anything like it.
No, not in like the traveling section. So that probably fills your mind with like, no, we're not going to find something about Antarctic explorers finding this.
Okay.
And Mickey, do you want to make a some sort of intimidation roll? to, like I can see strength or
Yes, I
toughness if you
do.
wanna roll that.
I'm going to use my spooky glittery bat die.
Oh, bat die, nice.
Yeah, I'll make it be strength and toughness are the same, so it's just a +2. To a 14, so 16 total.
Okay. Okay. You tell that the librarian you're staying open until we say. And Vladimir and Dorothy, you see this individual nodding and nodding, and he
Mhm.
shoos a lot of the other people out of the library,
Mhm.
but he's leaving Mickey alone, and he
Mhm.
saw you three all kind of come in, so he flips it to closed, but he's
Mhm.
letting you stay
Right.
as long as
Burn
you
the
want
midnight
to.
oil.
That's right. That's right.
Somewhere in this mess of all the books, there's going to be something about this.
Hmm. And it is later that night, Vlad. You are finally successful within
Mhm.
this area, and you find that there are descriptions of a beast somewhat similar to this,
Mhm.
in association with phoenix myths.
Phoenix myths.
Yes, basically the idea that there are creatures that die but come back.
Yeah, the
But
Phoenix.
this
I've heard of
is
that.
yeah, this is less of a beautiful sort of phoenix and more of the so that thing we killed came back and destroyed our village and ate people.
Oh, I see. And under what circumstances is the horrible beast returned? Does it have to be burnt in a fire like the
Um,
Phoenix, or?
there that is one of those like myths is you'll find them talk about how the people found these creatures and burned them, and then
Mhm.
yeah, that's kind of when the rampage would start.
I see.
What did you
Hmm.
find, Vlad? You look like you're perplexed.
I'm particularly worried, Mickey, as much as the potential danger of this creature as in your response to the information about it.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Dorothy here, what do you think? I'll show you the book that explains what Nathan just told me before we tell Mickey. Like, if this thing is burned, it comes back and goes crazy and kills everybody, type of thing. Is that basically what it is? If
Yeah,
it burns?
that's
Yeah.
a pretty safe way to read that.
So I guess maybe Kristoff knew more than he let on.
Well, he did warn us not to let it catch on fire, but because it was
Yeah.
taxidermied. Yeah. Well, I can't
Makes
really
me
cancel the
suspicious.
party, and hopefully no one will try
No,
anything
no,
too
no.
stupid.
I wouldn't suggest canceling the party.
I think we're just going to make sure we have a lot of fire extinguishers on hand in reserve, just in
Take
case.
matchbooks at the door.
Yeah. Since everyone in this world has a matchbox on their person, we better make sure we collect all of them.
Make people smoke outside.
Is there anything else about the creature besides the fact that it comes back from death and goes on a rampage?
um
Like, does it have
Not
a nice side,
really.
an appeasable side? Is it tasty when you cook it?
No. The myths of this are very much of the kind of like, well, that village is gone now, and it's because they did this thing that they shouldn't have done.
Which was
And
burn the creature.
yeah, and we're talking like old myths here that really took you a long time to find this.
So what were you supposed to do with it? Just leave it dead in a heap somewhere?
Yup. And
Well,
even that, it seems like a lot of the suggestion was just don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Sometimes the moral of the story is leave well enough alone.
right.
Hmm.
Well, we didn't kill this thing, so will it be mad at us is the question. Oh well, it's the 20s. Death is always around the corner. Let's have a party.
That's true.
All right.
So, you were whispering with Dorothy, and I overheard the word fire. Do we need to light this thing on fire?
No,
'Cause I
no.
think-
But that's no. Maybe when Buddy takes it back, we can have a special burning of it, but not on my premises.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
All right. Anyways, we'll do our best to decorate with non-flammable things.
Okay.
We'll have a collection of fire extinguishers by the ready. And otherwise, we'll set it up for as nice an evening as we can get.
Okay.
And we'll see what the psychics do when we have the seance session, because we'll have to have that. I mean, it's just we've already indicated in the invitation. So
Yeah.
hopefully it won't come back from the dead and eat everybody. But yeah.
All right.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
and
we can communicate with it.
Oh, and maybe I'll try to get out all the small nasty objects that could fling around, but I'll replace them with softer small objects so that if something does decide to fling it, it won't hurt so much.
So your rolled up sock flies. through
Yeah,
the-
yeah, just stuff like, oh, it's gonna
Some-
vent. But it won't kill anybody with it. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So these are the plans.
Mm.
And I like them. The group, what's the kind of like plan? Because you've hit nighttime now. Are you splitting up, going home? Or yeah.
Well, I have to go home at some. Well, actually, no, I could have some customers come by my place because that's where they come by. Hopefully
Well,
not die.
If it's the middle of the night and you all got nothing to do, I mean, I got something I got to take care of here. If you want to come with me?
I can't say no to the possibility of arson. Sure, let's go take a look.
No, 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 no.
Oh, something
arsenic.
else. No,
No
what do you,
arsenic.
oh no, what do you got in mind then?
Well,
I mean,
just
Mickey.
down the road here, there's the butcher shop. I gotta
Mhm.
get a crate from there and take it to the graveyard and leave it by the tomb with 12 angels and don't look back. So something I gotta just
Who asked you to do this, Mickey?
I'm
I'm
someone.
just curious, Mickey.
Let's just leave names out of the
All right.
equation.
So take it.
You know better
leave
than
it
to
by
ask
the-
questions.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's help you take this crate to the tomb of the 12 angels. Okay.
Yeah,
Probably
it
can
sounds
never say
pretty-
no to a trip to the graveyard.
sounds
Yeah,
pretty fun. Yeah.
I get some of my best inspiration from there. Absolutely. Okay, let's take this thing to the graveyard.
So we do that, nothing goes wrong, and then we go home.
Well, no, hold on. How big is this crate we have to move? Is it a big crate? Little
Yeah.
crate?
So
How many pool tables?
Yeah, how many pool
Yeah.
tables long is it?
Anything but the metric system.
um so this butcher shop, Mickey, you arrive there and there is a butcher there with a clean white apron.
Mhm.
And in fact, like looking in the window, you don't see any meat like dangling. It just looks like kind of a front deli. And
Oh, it's a frontal, right? I can tell
yeah,
that right off the bat,
exactly.
yeah.
And you see this the figure of the butcher rumbles up to you. He's probably about as big as you. He's like, "You here for the thing?
Yep.
All right. Gotta remind you, whatever you say, don't look at it. Don't look back, man."
I ain't looking. Nowhere. Nobody pays me to look anywhere.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. And he brings out, and he has to kind of like haul it. It is a crate that you could fit a person inside of pretty easily. And
Smaller than a pool table. Got it.
yeah, smaller than a pool table. You think it's one of those of like somebody could fit in, but they'd probably have their knees up by their
Yeah.
like chin. So not like a coffin exactly, but he very carefully sets it down and he pauses like he's listening for something. All right.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing. All right, let's get. Come on.
Jeez. Okay.
Geez, you're jumpy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am. Let's go ahead and you guys, I see you got your crew here.
Yep.
You guys go ahead and get this the hell out of here.
All right, sounds good. Put it in the car and
Yep.
drive
Very
to the
nice.
graveyard. Yep.
Okay. Do we hear any noises coming from the box?
No,
Uh,
no, don't listen.
No, he said don't look. You can listen.
Um,
Listening needs to looking. I
No,
turn
no,
up the
just
radio.
listening is all good.
I don't want to say. I don't know if
Set the
that's
world-
right.
That's later, I
I
think.
love this song. It's my favorite.
No, but I don't want to set the
Yeah.
world on fire is your favorite song. Seriously?
Yeah,
It's
Vlad,
beautiful.
if you lean in to listen, though, you are hearing a very faint ticking noise like clockwork.
Oh. So Dorothy, this is ticking. I don't know if
Like
it's a bomb, but it's definitely ticking.
is it the concept of time itself?
I suppose it could be. What would that sound like?
I mean, my
Um,
thought is a clock.
Is it a
Because
regular
time
like?
is a human construction.
Is it
So
like a clock tick, or is it longer or shorter? Or...
It's like a clock tick, maybe a little shorter.
if we wait till
So-
the hour, maybe a cuckoo will
Oh yeah, could be a cuckoo clock. You're right. So we couldn't help but not see the crate. Did it look like a regular crate? Did it have
Yeah,
any
it
writing on it?
looks. It's a pretty new crate, is the thing, and yeah, taking a look at it, um, you can see some like straw and stuff sticking out of it. So whatever they put in there, they probably like
Packed with
set it.
straw.
Yeah, they packed it.
But they didn't. There's nothing stamped on it, or there's no writing on it.
Nope, it is pretty blank.
This is going to be one of the toughest things we've ever had to deal with. There's no way I'm not going to look at it. I know.
All right, here we are at the graveyard. There's the grave.
Okay,
Let's
let's
go,
let's
bye.
find a really perfect spot for it, Mickey. Hold on. So there's these 12 angels.
Yeah. So Mickey, you've described that you need to find these 12 angel statues, and
Mhm.
you do, and they are set up, all of them looking inwards at this small like mausoleum without a plate or anything.
Oh,
But yeah, they said leave it there.
all right.
In the mausoleum?
Like I guess mausoleum's not the right word. What am I looking for? Like a plinth.
Sure. Okay, leave it
Yeah,
at like a
something
plinth.
flat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Easy enough. There we go. Job well done. Let's go.
Mhm.
Mhm. And you hear Dorothy, you'd mentioned, on the hour, I think. Uh when it hits the hour, you do hear some like scraping noises within. And they're very like scratch, 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 pause, scratch, 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 pause.
Oh, very
They're
mechanical.
yeah.
I've already started the car back up.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for you to get ahead a bit, and then I'm still looking at Dorothy, thinking, should we look back? Because
my mind is going to an art installation. This is some avant-garde art
well,
piece.
then you want to experience, of course.
But what if the artistic experience
experience.
is to not look at it? That's
I
the
see.
experience.
Yeah,
see.
it's
Yeah.
resisting the urge to reflect on the time that we have available to us.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
resisting the urge to reflect on our own mortality.
I see. So in order
Yeah.
to experience it properly, I shall not look. What you're saying.
Yeah. It's like a banana
Yes.
duct taped to a wall. Just imagine that. This is like that.
Mhm. It's an interesting notion you have in your head, Vicky. I hope it never catches on.
All right.
But
All right.
if you
I
look out the
guess-
window on the way by, there's nothing stopping you.
Yeah, that's true. We're not supposed to look back, but we could turn the car around and drive in the direction of it.
Yeah, but we're not gonna.
Well, why not? Because that's not looking back, that's looking forward.
I slam
It is
on the
looking
gas without looking in the rear view and get the hell away.
Oh, well, I was kind of hoping we could all end up looking at it and see what happens.
Yeah, there was definitely the sound of a crate being opened as Mickey is leaving, but sounds like people aren't looking back.
So, you guys catch the ball game the other night?
You mean listen to it? It was a terrible ball game. The field didn't catch fire, so I lost interest.
I know, right? Ugh. Terrible, terrible. So, you think that creepy monster is going to kill us all back at the mansion?
Well, I hope not, but I hope we get a good party out of it.
It's going to be great. It's going to be
Yeah,
great.
there might be some deaths, but that happens at the best parties.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And arriving back at the house, because this is the first time you've come back into the
Mhm.
house today,
Mhm.
I think it's fair to say, Dorothy, you sketched this thing.
Mhm.
You're very certain you have captured it before,
Mhm.
and it looks like it's not quite in the same position it was when you left it this morning. One of the feet is a little like more forward than it was in your pictures.
Is it out of the box? Did we take it out of the box?
We have to, yeah. We can't just have it in the
Okay.
box to see things. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
we
But
might
I
cover it
wasn't
with a
sure.
tarp just before the event so we can have a
Mm.
reveal, but it's out of the box.
I think somebody moved the creature here.
In what
I'll
way?
sort of show my sketch and I'll show the foot.
Well, it's taxidermy. How could they move that?
Is it
So does it look
wires?
like it extended itself in some way or moved back or like it kind of took a step forward?
It took a little bit of a step forward. Yeah.
Well, I don't know
So
much
if it's
about taxidermy. Would that break the thing or would that be something you could do?
Depends on how flexible. Like some really old taxidermy, you might like it might break, but this, I mean, maybe if you poke it a little bit, the skin's
Yeah.
kind of leathery and it could probably move. Okay.
I was gonna say I'll grab on that leg and try to manipulate it, see what happens, see if it's movable.
Go
Um,
easy, Mickey. You don't
yeah,
want to break it.
yeah.
Oh, all right, you got it, you got it.
It's stuffed, but they probably put like a bit of an aperture in it so that it would
Mhm.
hold a form. I'm not a taxidermy expert, but yeah, you can kind of pose it a little bit as you're moving it, but it's not an easy thing to do.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, maybe one of your servants disturbed it or something like that, Vlad. You know.
Well, I'll check with them. I mean, they'd tell me if they did something like that. Did any of the Cossacks that have as servants, did any of them actually move this thing?
They're all um. Well, looking at them, you'll notice that one of them has a black eye, and the other is holding their arm and
Pushkin,
they
Ivan, what happened? Did you two
just
get into a fight again?
no, just
Look, she's not
accidents.
worth it. You must not fight over her
She's so
anymore.
beautiful.
No, she's not worth it. I told you, give up on her. She's married that no good son of a bitch back home, anyways. Just forget about it.
There is always open door for us.
Ah, not as long as those stupid Reds have taken over the country. We can never get back.
But no, the just little accidents. I
What
tripped
happened?
going upstairs
Uh,
and friend he fall over and rug went out from under him.
oh yes, you too. Yes, it starts drinking afternoon, not in the morning. You know that. When we have a party, normally you can drink all you want, but when the party's coming up, you must cut
Yeah.
back on the drink.
Ivan spits on the ground. You have changed.
Yes, I have. This is civilization does this.
You used to drink anytime, but
I
fine,
know.
fine.
Yes, that's how I afford this place we have over our head. I have to cut back on things. We can
Right.
double up on the drinking after the party.
Sounds good.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yes, we get catering ready.
Yes,
Um,
okay. Good man.
And Mickey, as you are watching Vlad talk to these people,
Mhm.
there is a bit of movement you see out of the corner of your eye as one of the pool cues lifts itself from the wall and starts to come and try and hit you over the head.
Ho ho now. Great. I will try to grab that poke you out of the air.
All right. I think that's an agility to me.
Oh, agility is good.
Unless I could see strength. I could see if you want to try and like grab it.
It's all the same to me. It's a +2. I'm using my
All right.
ghost die as I'm fighting a ghost.
Mhm.
That is an 8 + 2 is a 10. Yeah. So I
You
can
wanna
use an omen to add a d6 to that.
You certainly can.
I
Or
will.
no, to lower it by 4.
Which means you'll succeed.
Yeah, you would succeed because it'd be
Then
an
I
8
will.
instead.
I will
Yep.
do that. Yeah.
So you catch this pool cue, and it is wiggling in your hands, like trying to hit you in the head. Like you basically grabbed a snake, a stiff snake, by it, and it's like it's trying to hit you in the face.
We got woolly rhinoceros. We got stiff snakes here. I break it over my knee and then throw the pieces on the ground, and then turn to Dorothy. I'm like, "So you catch that ball game last night?"
No,
Yeah.
I don't listen to the radio.
Really? Oh, you
I
gotta
usually
listen.
just sit in silence in my apartment
Really?
and write.
Huh. Wow, that's hey, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So really, you don't go to the theater or anything like that. You don't go see like
Oh, the theater is
performances?
different than a ball game.
Well, I mean, you sit in seats and you watch something, don't you?
What happened to that pool cue? Why is it broken?
Hey, he broke Vlad's pool cue. He's a
Oh.
bad guest. I've said it forever.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
here.
mean, it flew through the air and tried to attack me. and
Oh,
Dorothy.
it is the poltergeist is attacked. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that chicken. you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Okay. We need pool cues are a bit dangerous. We need something a bit lighter and less dangerous to use in place. So, what have we got? Well, we're out padding around the pool cues, maybe.
Yes.
Everything's bubble.
Nerf the
wrapped.
pool cues, bubble wrap.
Don't move it out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you tell them like start softening the room, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure thing,
Baby
boss.
proof.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, we will try. And I like that images, they are just you see these two big Russian guys just looking at this room as you three go about your ways. You do have a day left until the party.
Mhm.
So the next morning, Vlad, if you come down, you can see that they've cleared out the room from this, and they have put in um, the softest kind of like cushions. They've tried to make like cushion chairs.
Mhm.
They've tried to decorate with some like strings and
Yeah,
just various like tasseled sort of things.
yeah. Mhm.
But yeah,
Looks
it's
good. Looks good. Looks good. Well, we'll put a tarp down on it for the reveal portion. We'll have definitely have cushions for the seance part.
Yeah,
We'll get
yeah.
see,
You're
if
pretty
it's a
sure it
spirit.
had moved again.
Oh, what's it done now? Is it taking another step forward, or is it doing
Yeah, and the head's tilted a little bit.
in what direction? Like is it
Uh,
looking towards the door? What's
it's
it?
looking
If it was
towards the
moving in slow,
door. Yeah,
yeah, it's like it's getting
looking
ready to
towards the
leave.
door. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, can see that. I'll try to arrange the disposition of seating and stuff so that there's actually no one who's going to be sitting between it and the door, just in case. Thinking ahead,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So it's you'd moved again at night. Is that right, Vlad?
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Great.
it's
good.
moving. It's
Yeah.
moving very slow, like I did in the morning. It's got like that hungover thing going.
I mean, like, I know you could taxidermy something while it's still alive or whatever, and it maybe doesn't take like. I'm sure it'll sort itself out in a couple days. You know what I mean? When people die, their nerves start twitching a little bit right after death.
No, there's no nerves in this, Nikki. It's filled with sawdust. It is a
Would it
skin
help?
filled with sawdust. There's no
Would
nerves
it
in it.
help to put it on ice?
No, because there's nothing to keep cold. They taxidermied it. There's nothing. What you don't need to keep sawdust cold. It got the poltergeist. It's probably moving the thing and it's attacking us with the pool cues, which are gone. And as long as we don't set it on fire, everything is good.
Don't set it on fire.
Don't set it on fire.
Don't. I pull out a notepad and I write "don't" and underline it. Great. Well, you guys want to get some breakfast then? Or?
Yes. All right. I don't think there's. I suppose I will. I'll see if there's any parapsychologists who are apt to do with poltergeists I can invite to the party as well. I'll add someone on that
All right.
in case there's somebody who might know something how to deal with these things. It's not really my expertise.
I almost wrote poultry experts, but poltergeist
Poultry
experts.
Both.
Yeah, I'm here about
Yeah,
the
we can have some
chickens.
poultry guys there too. Why not? They might know more than the other guy does.
It's
Chicken
Billy
experts,
Purdue. He's starting up a
chicken
small
experts,
company.
and
Yeah.
ghost experts
I don't know why I'm here.
separately.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a ghost, all right. Somehow they know. Um, all right, yeah. So you have a day still until the party. You're starting to get people, and Buddy will actually, I think, reach out to Dorothy.
Mhm.
Um, because he just comes by and he's looking tired but excited about like, so we got this party going on, right? Like,
Yeah.
do uh, is it really, I mean, I know Vlad's a big talker. Is this gonna be the thing? Because I've kind of put a lot of eggs in this basket, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. We're inviting a lot of people. We're gonna have a seance. I'm writing a piece specially for it, so that's what I was doing right now
Oh,
before you interrupted me.
okay, that is absolutely excellent. Have you apropos of nothing, have you seen Christoph lately?
No, you didn't give us his contact information.
Didn't I? I hmm. Thought I, and he's like looking, well that's, yeah, that's actually a little odd. I don't have a lot about him. I knew he lived kind of the south side of the city. It was like weird happenstance that we started to meet, and he's talking about like kind of a rundown area of the city, maybe kind of by the train yard. Yeah, he said he was from there or something, but no, he hasn't answered back. He seemed we may have gotten a little bit of an argument about the thing I left behind.
What were you
Uh,
arguing about?
Well, I told him about this party you were doing, and
Hmm.
like all the people that were getting invited and everything, and I think he didn't quite understand when Vlad was talking about it, like just how big it was going to be. He seems unhappy about that, and I don't quite know why.
He didn't want anybody to see it.
I think it was just like, yeah, too many or something. I don't know.
Well, how many is too many?
I don't know. He called me an idiot and left.
Oh, uh,
Pretty par
I
for the
mean,
course, honestly.
do we need his approval?
I don't. I'm rich. I can do whatever I want.
Okay. So, do you have to split anything with him?
No, no, this is my find. This is my find.
Okay.
He's he just was all about it. Like I don't know why, but he was really like jazzed about this thing.
I see. So he didn't know anything else about it though, other than what?
Um, and I'm gonna have our buddy make a roll here. Uh, and you see breaking through the clouds of ignorance and stupidity, a brief thing of light. You know, now that you ask that, he did seem a little unsurprised about us finding the thing. And he spent a lot of time with it as we were like thawing it out and getting it like taxidermied and stuff. I
So we
didn't
should
think of
find
it
him.
much.
Do you think he crashed the party?
Oh shit. He might. He was pretty pissed.
So we should find him. Maybe get Mickey to break some knees or something.
Absolutely, absolutely. What'll that take? Like 50, 60? What are we talking here?
$100 a knee I break for you.
Little steep, but you know
Well, I'm
what?
the best in the business.
You pay for the best with what you get.
Those
And
doctors aren't repairing those knees. I give them a good break.
yeah, and he shells out uh a good chunk of change. We'll say 100. He's willing to do 100 if you find Kristoff and make sure that he doesn't uh instigate anything in this party.
Well, one knee is all it takes, really.
Yeah, that's true. I figure one knee, he's not going to do anything crazy, and I just don't want him making a scene. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm planning uh my next adventure. I hear that there are these things called merkets that seem incredibly dangerous and hunt in packs. So I'm thinking about going out and taking a few of those.
Now we know
Well,
how
have
Buddy
fun.
died. Packs of Meerkats are dangerous.
Yeah, and it's still like a rainy day as his buddy leaves. So, he leaves, that's pouring down, door closes. What are you guys planning to do?
Well, Dorothy, should we go talk to this guy? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a
I
good
was going to
idea.
invite
He's
him. I
gonna-
didn't realize he was disgruntled, but let's go find out what he's upset about.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
crash the party. You probably should deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, I got paid to break his legs.
Well, Mickey, let's hold off on that until we find out what we might be able to talk him out of it. Let's go talk to him.
yeah, money's, I already got
You got
the money.
you got the
right?
money. Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
take a look. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the address that we've got.
Yeah, and you only really got like a rough neighborhood is the
Mhm.
problem. Like, Buddy doesn't really know exactly where Kristoff lives. So how are you going about finding a person?
Oh,
Well, I gotta say, in my expert opinion, you go to a public place like a barber shop or grocery store, most people recognize them, and then all you gotta do is ask politely.
mhm. So I'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, Dorothy, can you give us a drawing? You've seen Kristoff once.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
I like that. Yeah.
I'll sit down and do a charcoal sketch of this man.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And you don't listen
Very
to the radio
dramatic.
when you're doing that? Like no music
No.
and just silence.
Just silence.
Jeez. Takes all kinds, I guess.
Yeah.
That's probably more terrifying than anything. You almost hear the sounds of the city outside, but they seem to dim. And yeah, you have a pretty decent picture of Kristoff.
Kristoff.
Yeah, and you start going about and looking.
He looks
the-
sad in the eyes. I've drawn him.
Oh, that's nice.
Very
You gave him
sad.
the puppy dog eyes. That's so cute.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
soulful.
Yeah.
he looks like he has a secret, and also he's sad about it.
Mhm,
Oh, yeah.
mhm.
He's sad about his secret.
Can you help us find a
Yeah.
sad gentleman? He's so sad. Help us find him.
Oh, he looks just like this penguin. Yeah, go ahead and do a presence check there, Vlad, as you're asking around this side of town. It's a bit rougher around here, like a
Yep.
lot more blue collar than maybe you're used to, but
Well, I got an 11, but that's
Okay,
close enough
yep.
to 12 to.
well,
Yep.
I'll say with that sketch as well, that'll help your odds. So
Oh, okay.
don't
All right.
don't spend an omen there as eventually it's later in the day you finally find someone that I think you said like barber shops or something that
Mhm.
recognize him, and he goes, yeah, that's the weird guy that lives down the street in the apartment block. Yeah, I
Okay.
remember him because he's always hanging out with those weirdos.
Oh, can you describe the weirdos he hangs out with?
Yeah, they're always like measuring rooms and like talking about I don't know. It's weird. They sit in the chairs and they talk about how close they are.
That seems very
I'm-
obsessive.
Well, and it's weird because like I'm not against like public displays of affection, but it's just
Mhm.
weird to hear it to say like they're like I'm closer. The space is thinning or something. I don't know what that all means.
Are they the architects, maybe?
Mm.
Okay, well, let's go talk to these folks. Okay. Give the guy a tip for his
Yeah,
information.
he's
That's
cutting
what you do.
hair. It's like
Yep.
a Law and Order thing.
Yep, yep.
He has to keep working even when you're
Yeah, of course he
talking.
does. Yeah, I don't want him to screw up this beard cutting.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh, the
terrible.
murdered body? I gotta keep working.
Yeah, that's okay. I understand.
And the chair's like, what the fuck?
He's used to it probably. He's got a
Yeah.
towel on his face. He doesn't know what's going.
And you do find that there is this apartment block and a rather crummy door. You found the little nameplate of Christoph at the front. But it is not open as it's such.
No. Well, I'll knock on the door. Christoph, we'd like to talk to you. You're very sad that we want to help you.
You're listening and you're hearing some like very quiet creaks from within.
Christoph, my friend, are you in there?
The creaking stops.
Just come to the door.
And then slowly, like, you're pretty sure someone's in there trying to not be heard.
Oh, Christoph, you can't fool us. We can hear you. You're breathing as loud as my grandmother. Just come to the door.
Is grandmother breathes loud? What?
You've not heard my grandmother breathing? Oh my God, she's like, oh, 10th fourth gales.
I think your grandmother
it's
needs
tough.
to go to the doctor.
Well, yes, we don't have doctors back in Russia. They were all killed. It's very sad.
Yeah, and finally there's like a go away.
Christoph, what are you worried about the party tonight? Talk to us.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
No, maybe I would. I believe all kinds of things. I'm from Russia. What do you think? We're very credulous.
And the door cracks open just a little. You need to get rid of that thing. You are making a death trap.
Explain.
I've seen things.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot control it. It is too dangerous.
I wasn't trying to control it. I'm just trying to party. Explain what we can do if there's a problem.
I don't know. I've just seen the visions.
Tell me your vision.
Death, destruction,
Mm-hmm.
many dead.
Mm-hmm. That happened a few years ago. There was a war, you know.
No.
Is your vision going
At
backwards?
your house. At your house. I saw it in the vision.
What started it all? Did you get a start?
It was, I don't know. The visions are imprecise.
You couldn't just dial it in a bit, you know, like on the radio, gets me something I can use.
I cannot. It
Oh.
would be pretty cool if I could, but I cannot.
Yes, it
Please.
would. I'd be very impressed.
Can we come in and not have this conversation in the hallway? Like,
Oh, I have an idea, Christoph. I have an incredible set of talents which helps me focus people's minds. If you let me, I can put you in a trance and we can get a better vision that might give us more information.
No, I will not
No?
give up my secret so easily. And he shuts, like he's shutting the door.
I'm gonna kick the door in.
All right,
Like,
make a
right there.
strength test just to see how long it takes.
I'm gonna use my spooky eyeballs in the dark.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
How many of these dice have you got?
It was a ton of them, man. I rolled an 11, so I will add an omen to. Actually, no,
you don't
add
need to.
my
Your strength will go over the
plus
12.
2, so 13.
Yeah, nice.
You're good.
Nice. You see, go ahead and just do a physical attack roll. Let's see, what would that probably be? If we look under the weapons, I bet physical attacking is on there.
Well, there's probably fists or something.
Unarmed strike, D2. Do a D2 damage, please.
Actually, could I use Gertrude, my club that I have on me at all times?
Sure thing.
Lights out.
Yeah, the club D6 damage. So
Okay.
5.
Cheaper. So you see this, I guess the club just breaks down the door and right across Kristoff's head, and he falls back to the floor. Blood is starting to pour from the wound. He's backing up.
I step in and I put one cuff on him and then another cuff onto me.
Sit
All
down,
right.
Christoph. Sit down. Sit down. Here,
Let's have
help
a
him sit
chat.
down.
You
Yes,
will
help
not.
him sit down.
You will
It's
not
okay,
have
Christoph.
me.
Relax, Christoph. I'm going to try to put him into a trance.
Okay, do a test for that.
Okay,
I assume it's
okay.
a presence. That
Sure.
seems to make sense.
Dorothy, start reciting poetry at him too and lull him into sleep.
I got to a 13.
The mesmerism
Okay.
will take.
Because he started to like make shapes in the air and he started to chant something, but as Vlad, what does it look like as you're catching
I-
his eye.
I've spin the little thing in my head, and it's got this wonderful colors and this very entrancing sort of. It almost pulls you into. It looks almost like it falls into it, and you guys might fall into it if you're not careful. But I usually try to get you not to look when I'm doing this.
Yeah, he's got
And
a
then
little drool mixing
and
with the
then my
blood.
voice gets really deep, and my enunciation gets a lot better. I don't sound Russian. I sound like received English or something like that. I'm going,
Yep.
you're getting very sleepy now. You're letting yourself relax. Let yourself fall into relaxation.
You won't.
So relaxed.
Gets
It's
me.
never felt any
Yeah.
more relaxed.
And
In a nice,
out.
comfy room. And
and out. But yeah, I mean, he's like, Mickey did a number on him, but yeah, you can see it looks like he was packing to leave, and he
Oh,
is
wow.
now unconscious in here under your mystic powers.
Well, I'm going to see if I can get him to review what he saw in his visions and try to get a better story out of him. Like get the details to see what we're dealing with.
Okay. He has a bit of like a flat effect to him now as he's
Mhm.
talking.
Mhm.
I saw it long ago. It sounded like flute music. I was in the field and I heard it, and I realized just how vast the world is, how little of us is in it. And I met people like me, people that saw the void's edge. They heard the music like me. They showed me the magics, and I knew where some of these beings were. Some of them long forgotten, but now found. So I went with your friend and found this creature, but when I look ahead, it is more dangerous than I thought. I don't know I can learn from it as much as I hoped. I saw in my visions, and he gestures towards like a mirror at this
Mhm.
point there. Um, I saw death at this party, violence, things being flung, people gored. It was horrible. But I knew I could not convince you to get rid of the thing.
Is there any way to put it to rest, Christoph?
If you kill it, it will rise again.
Yes, but if we don't kill it, can we put it to rest?
It can die a second death, but it is dangerous. No, you could dispose of it. But I do not think your friend would like that.
We reduce it to its component parts.
We don't want to burn it because we know that isn't good.
No, but
You could, if you kill it twice, it should stay dead.
So if we burn it and it comes back and we kill it, it'll be dead.
I think so, but it is so dangerous.
Right.
Mickey's got an expression.
Yeah, I'm completely checked out of this conversation. He has like maybe a dish of ribbon candy, like
Yeah.
not going into that.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Why wasn't he packing this?
Dorothy, I cannot cancel the party, but am I going to have to make everyone sign the exclusion contracts when they come in so that they cannot sue me for being killed? I'm wondering.
that's what I was thinking. It's so dangerous, they'll have to sign a waiver.
Yeah, they'll have to sign waivers. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said you invited all the people you didn't like to this party.
No, I
like a
added some
bunch
of them, but there are some people that aren't so bad.
Oh, why don't you
Mhm.
just disinvite the people that aren't so bad and just let all the jamokes you
Well,
don't
it'd
like
be a
show up?
terrible party if only people I didn't like showed up.
Well, they're all gonna get
Could
killed. I
we-
mean, that's a lot of wallets floating around.
I
afterwards,
know,
is all
but
I'm
it's not
saying.
much of a party. It's like, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy. No, this guy. Oh God,
Do you-
it's going to be terrible.
Do you have access to chains, very strong chains?
Oh,
And
would
it
that
could
work?
be like an exhibit and chain it up very thoroughly, and you know
You know,
it could be
I'm seeing a lot of chains getting broken. Christoph, how is there a way to kill it that is effective? Is it just like a stab to the head with a spear? What are we talking?
Fire.
Yes,
Fire.
fire will cause it to come back.
But fire, it is both a resurrection and a death.
So we have to burn it twice.
So if we burn it twice, yeah.
I have a feeling Mickey might enjoy this. I don't
Yeah.
really want to
Or is
have
that
two.
the-
I don't really want to have two fires in my drawing room, though. This is going to get crazy. How
Just
much?
move it outside.
Oh, yeah, we may have to do that.
Is this the finale to the party? Is that we
Yes.
set it on fire
Twice.
twice?
And we have to chain it down.
Yes.
I see.
With
But
a
you
very
realize
heavy
after the
weight.
second fire, there won't be anything left. But the party will have taken place. So, well, hey, good enough.
I'd say
Okay.
you know that Buddy would probably have a problem with this plan. So
Well, does
that
he
might
want-
that might be a hiccup.
Well, in this case, we can have Buddy have front row center seats for the thing. So I've been trying to make room, but we could give him seat of honor right in front of it. If there's a problem,
You would definitely need to work pretty hard to convince him to burn his trophy. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that would be a problem.
and Mickey, you couldn't threaten Buddy. That's not a good way to win him over.
Oh man.
Yeah, can't use your usual techniques.
Mm.
Could we construct a facsimile, make a sculpture?
In
That
the time we have,
replicates.
I could
Yeah,
postpone
I
the
mean,
party.
you do have an afternoon. It might be a tight thing.
I mean, I can get all the supplies you need, lickety split, no problem. I
All
got some
right, so you
people
know
I
what?
can
We have
contact.
an artist who is a genius at seeing the thing. We could make a double, yes. I guess we could do that. And after all, it is just nothing but skin over sawdust.
Exactly.
All right. What do you think of that, Christoph? Does that sound like a good plan into your hypnotized little minds?
I just want to go
Where do you want to go, Christoph?
in the Vamatia. And he's under hypnosis still.
So where does he want to go?
Anywhere
but
but here.
All right. So all right. That's fine. We'll give Christoph a suggestion that he'll wake up in a few minutes, basically, and we'll sort of close the door behind us. And
Okay.
leave.
What are you suggesting that Christoph do?
He said anywhere but here. I don't know. Where's a good destination for him?
I don't know. I hear Kansas City's pretty nice this time of year.
Okay, yeah, we'll arrange for him to send himself to Kansas City then. That's fine.
Okay. I like it. So,
Okay, let's see if we can actually make one of these.
yeah, I like it. Dorothy, how are you going about this?
I think I would sort of lean on my connections with the artist community and maybe try and get a group together and
Oh,
show
Like
them.
that.
you know what? They can get invited. We can have a side gig with some other art for display. They may get some patronage. So if they do well, we'll let them sit up in the
Yeah.
side. gig.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
I'll say make a presence test.
Okay.
This is mostly you are asking a lot of people about doing this. I guess, do you care if your patron hears about this?
No, because I'm also creating art for him out of it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then
So,
no need. But what's your patron's name?
ooh, Roger
Roger.
Roger the concierge.
Oh, consigliere?
Consigliere.
Yeah.
Consigliere. Oh, not concierge,
Yeah.
consigliere. I gotta get them mixed up. Roger doesn't sound very Italian.
Which is, as we all know, a member of a mafia family who serves as an advisor to the leader and resolves disputes within the family.
I didn't know he was Italian.
He's Italian. Oh, okay. Maybe he's
Okay,
Irish. I
then-
don't know.
Good Catholic name.
No, hold
Roger.
on.
Roger.
Hold on. I have to think of a different name then.
Rogero.
Mamma mia.
Rogerini.
Santos?
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, now
Ooh,
he should be a Mexican wrestler then. I'm
he
sorry.
should. The Silver Saint, man. Love it.
Yeah, Santos.
I
Heck
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, Santos is a very quiet sort of individual, and he'll see these artists working on essentially like a paper mache. You probably have some like taxidermied stuff in there that people are able to
Mhm.
provide based on your things. Uh, and he's smoking one of those like cigarettes on a long
Mhm.
holder. It's just so what are you making here?
We're making something that represents the futility of uh material things.
See, I think I can get behind that. Uh yeah, that makes sense. You know, the
It represents regret.
yeah. The Don's been talking a lot lately about just that. Like he's always talking about how he wants people to be more like what's the word I'm looking for? Uh not programmatic, but predictable. Like
Mm.
they fit together, like gears.
Hmm.
So here, I don't mind you doing this, but I need you to make some some very specific poetry for me, for the Don.
Anything for you.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. And he'll pass you some like specs basically for this. Like he does this every once in a while. And it's a bit of a like mixed media sort of thing of he wants like kind of a clockwork theme to it, not just from
Okay.
drawings, but from a like a prose sort of thing, something that would really click in on itself, could be repeated, that sort of thing.
Okay. I'll draw inspiration from the ticking that we heard in that box
The
earlier.
ticking and the
Unseen,
scratching.
the
Yeah.
kicking and the scratching, unseen gears, unseen
Oh no,
machinations.
they're observed by the 12 angels. So they do have observers.
Mm.
Stony observers.
Observed only by God and the demons that serve him.
Ooh,
I, li-
nice. Yes,
I
gotta
like
twist it
this a
around.
lot. I like this a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, and then I'd like now I'm gonna make you roll. Um,
I did
do I?
roll presence. I don't know
Okay,
if
yeah, yeah, that's
you asked for that
perfect.
earlier.
Yeah.
And I using the like digital dice roller because I don't have my dice with me, and I did roll a 20.
Okay. Oh, so a
Ooh,
critical success at this point.
hell yes.
Um, I mean, what else do you think you get beyond this is a really good representation of this? Like you can tweak the bristles on it and they bounce kind of like a real thing. It
Hmm. I
if
think
you
leather-like skin, like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty
Maybe
real.
maybe you got
Yeah.
some proto animatronics built into it, so you can like push your button.
Oh yeah.
Poke it on the side and it goes arr.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be as realistic as possible, so I think it's not indistinguishable from the original, but very
Yeah.
at least as close as we can get. Like we'll be able to tell the difference, but maybe Buddy won't be able to.
Yep. I like that an awful lot. And they'll have that delivered.
Can
Um,
it be um it the opposite of flammable?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, because we
absolutely.
don't need this to
Non-flammable?
Yeah.
burn.
Yeah. Yeah. You weatherproof it or whatever. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, we'll move the original into the basement or something where there's nothing around it. Just to kind of
Yeah.
get out of the way, or maybe to an
Before.
outhouse or garage or something not in the building.
I
Yeah.
am gonna ask, where do you move it? I'm gonna make you lock it down for reasons.
Mhm. Well, we had to
You have
clean the pool anyways. So
Mm.
we're going to drain the pool, put in the pool with chains and heavy tarps over it. And we'll grease the sides of the pool with motor oil just in case.
Oh.
This will void the pool's warranty, but I like it.
I never used it anyways. I just sit in my lime clod tub. That's what I sit in. I don't swim.
Excellent, excellent. All right, in that case, I think we'll jump to the night of the party.
Mhm.
Now, if I'm right, you've got spiritologists, Catholic priest, rich
Mhm.
people, poltergeist expert, poultry experts.
Mhm.
A table has been set up for a seance.
Mhm.
There are artists with art displays
Mhm.
around,
Mhm.
and a padded room that you have put this fake
Yeah, just
creature
in case,
into.
because it might happen. And we'll have a nice sort of some displays talking about the history of these hideous beasts and the curses. And
Completely
stuff.
made up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, and Buddy is glad handling around this place, and he is having the time of his life. Um, and he like looks at the facsimile and he slaps it, and for a second you go, is he gonna know? And he's like, this is incredible. You guys have done better than I could have anticipated
Mm.
with keeping this up. This is incredible. This is a why is there a Catholic priest here?
Just in case the poltergeist gets out of hand.
The what?
Poltergeist. So when you kill a chicken, their spirits collect together and the collective horde of chickens, and they express their hatred for being farmed as animals, and violent things happen.
Man, Russia has some
It's
crazy
very
traditions,
horrible.
man.
Yes, why do you think I left?
Absolutely. And what are people doing at this party?
Well, I'll talk up the priest just because I'm Orthodox. He's Catholic. We
Yeah,
have some common ground though, so
he's
we'll just
so
chat.
confused.
Yeah, it's okay. It's. I'm glad to have you here, Father. It's nice to see someone from the other side of the real religions. You and I, we're from the real religion. I mean,
Yeah,
we split,
of
but
course.
we're on the same
Got
team.
got the thing,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
This and all
yeah,
that, yes.
yeah.
Very good. Yeah, he'll talk about the religious implications of this clearly 6,000-year-old creature.
Yeah, actually, that's a really valid thing to have him talk about. Actually, I might even get him some stage time
Yeah.
because that's interesting.
Um, Mickey, what about you?
Yeah, you listed a whole bunch of people that Mickey has no interest in dealing with. I have like one of those shrimp cocktails, like I'm
Mhm.
dipping in a whiskey, and basically I've sat up in like a corner. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like I'm throwing out the vibe, and that vibe is go the fuck away. Uh, yeah,
I'm a big angry man.
yeah, and I'm sitting near the fake one, and when people come by, I'm like dipping drinking the whiskey, and I'm like, don't you touch it, don't you fucking touch it. Like,
Bag
that's
your
it.
Should you be watching the fake one
We hired me to
or the real
protect
one? Sorry, the real one.
we well nobody knows the real one's out there, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Do you want me to go out there, North? I can do that.
It is raining, but you've got like the tarp over the pool.
Yeah.
Nah.
Somebody should be out there? Maybe
If you want me to
maybe
go out
your
there, I'll go out
Yeah,
there.
servants.
okay. I'll get one of the Cossacks to watch the thing. You can go look at the real one.
All right, I'll go sit out there. But I'm taking this bottle with me. I hold
Absolutely. I have another one here. Here you go.
Thanks, Vlad. You got it. You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That one that was in the Romanov collection.
The what now?
Don't worry about it. It's good. Just
Yeah,
drink it slowly and savor it.
and I chug a whole bunch of it. And
Oh
I'll
my
pour some in
God,
a
you're
pot of
wasting
plant.
this. Oh, do you know the blood that is spilled for this? Okay, whatever.
All right, and Dorothy, what are you doing at the party as you watch Mickey head out into the rain?
I'm reciting poetry
Okay, all right,
for sure. Getting ready to do my set.
very nice.
Yeah,
very
and I'll
nice.
try to organize the when the she's going to get a prime place with the poetry before people are too drunk. But
Mhm.
after people are drunk, we'll do the actual seance, and I'll actually try to help these seances get into a good trance so they can really rev up their magic
Okay.
powers. But
Mhm.
you get the sober bunch so they can appreciate your work.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have
Alright.
my like tip jar set up and
Mm.
Very nice. In that case, outside, we're gonna go with Mickey for the moment before we jump inside. The rain is coming down. Yep, you've got a smoke, maybe like a little parka or something on as you go out towards the pool, and you can hear underneath this tarp the sounds of chains being pulled side to
Mm.
side.
Yep. Yep. All right, you big mastodon, you do your worst. It's all good, brother.
Got it.
And you say that, and the tarp that is covering it flies up in your face, and you
Oh,
can see it like start to tighten around you. What do
oh,
you do?
man. Uh,
Yes.
man, I say to myself, so I pull out a switchblade and I just do like if it's tightening around my face, I open my
Yeah.
mouth and then just like poke the switchblade into my mouth and then just
Yeah, yeah, and
break
then pull it
through.
open.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
fuck this noise.
All right, that's very smart. So you won't have to roll for breathing, I guess. But this thing is trying to like constrict
Ah,
around you and crush you like a boa. It is sopping wet in here, like this fabrics, yeah, all up in your face. Um,
I'll probably use strength or toughness to kind of like
yeah,
tear it apart.
yeah, make a strength roll.
I have 1d20 left. I haven't rolled. It's
Now,
the
what's
Scooby Doo Rut-Row die.
does it have
So
Scooby on the 1 or the
the
20?
one is a Rut-Row.
Oh,
So
what? Whoa.
a
Don't roll a
Rut-Row.
rut
Okay.
row.
17 on the die
Nice.
plus 2, 19. So
Okay.
these
Yeah.
boys are hot tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're pulling this off of you, or you're actually ripping it, it sounds like, a bit up,
Yeah.
and you can see now that the pool is uncovered and is starting to collect water, and at the bottom of this there's that creature with its mouth moving, and you can see like sawdust spilling out of its mouth as the glass eyes in it are rolling around, and it looks like it's trying to get out of the chains.
I light up another cigarette and I went, that's not good. All right. I go inside.
And
Um,
let's
yeah.
cut as you are heading inside. Um Vlad and Dorothy, you are talking up different people through there, and there is a brief like, "Oh!" And you see that one of the poultry experts is looking at the fake one that you put there. They're like, "Did it just move? I swear I just saw it move."
Yes, yes. This is something we were thinking might happen. Well, the exorcists and the experts in these paranormal stuff. Where are you? Gentlemen, come around here. We might need some advisements.
Well, yes, this is incredible. It's look, it's moving. I can practically feel like it's looking at me, and the horns go slap down and then spear through this poultry expert, and the
Oh
ground is
no.
splattered with blood.
Oh, this is most unfortunate.
Mr. Tyson, no.
You're
Uh,
not. And
the
that
chickens
the
are angry.
simile that you made, yeah, is starting to move and animate and like stamp dully against the ground.
All right,
What do
everybody.
the
We're
two of
moving
you
into
do?
another room. Everybody, we're moving to another room. Off we go. Come on now. Out, 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 out. Clear path. Come on, everyone go.
Oh God, is that real blood? Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah. Everyone
goodness.
go now. Come, come, come. I'm moving to another room. Go, go. Up. Yeah, I'll get
Okay.
the Cossacks to direct them to like another location, let me up the stairs or away from this area.
Vlad, go ahead and make a presence rule to keep, or presence roll to keep the cool in the room.
Okay. I will have to spend a thingy, but I do it if I spend a thing. So I will do.
Yeah,
But it's not a critical or anything crazy.
yeah, panic is starting to spread, but you can see people leaving. The Russian brothers are going, go, go, out of the way, out of the way. This creature's, well, this fake thing that you made is
We
moving.
did too good a job.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, Dorothy. It was too good.
Yeah, what are you doing?
And we made this one inflammable.
It did cross my mind. You made a
Uh,
worse version.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, well, if we get everyone out, maybe if we burn
yeah.
the one that is the original and then kill it again, we might be able to succeed. What do we think? What's this thing doing? Is it still just like,
Oh, it's moving, like it is starting to move around, and you see the poultry expert is still like caught on the horn, just
yes,
ragdolling around.
I'm going to have to talk to his widow. Let us go and check with Mickey and the other one. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Get
Can
the
you
Cossacks know to get
secure
everyone
this
to
door?
safety. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll show back up in
Yeah,
the house
that's
with my
perfect.
cigarette, and I'm like, "Hey, guys, the real one's out there. It's
Yes,
come to
the fake
life."
one is also doing or maybe they want to mate. Perhaps we get them to meet each
Oh,
other.
geez, well, that's a party right there.
Oh yeah, how do we do that?
You can
I
sell
don't know.
tickets to that. Which one of these you want me to light on fire? One or
Well,
both?
this one we cannot burn. Burn the one that burns.
Oh, okay. You got it.
And then you have to burn it again. You're okay with that, right?
Double burn.
You have
Yeah,
to double
exactly.
burn it. You have to destroy it and then burn it again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna use my once per investigation ability, well supplied. And they
Ah,
reveal that I had hidden on my person all the material needed to assemble a kit from the tools section in my steamer trunk. Right now, I flip it open and I have let's see, what's a good one in there?
a bon vivant kit.
Yeah, Bon Vivant. There's like dirty
Cheers.
magazines and
Yeah.
gin. And I pull out like Pappy Van Winkle, like two things with this guy. I shove the in there. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a new trick. Make the Molotovs.
So
Okay.
Dorothy, if you're up for this, we're going to get a red velvet, like a curtain or something. And between us,
Mhm.
with a lot of distance, we're going to make a nice wall of red, and we're going to see if we can lure the thing outdoors. We'll
Okay.
shake it, kind of like
Yep.
a toreador thing. This way,
Okay.
big boy. Come on.
Okay. So you were trying to find something to lure this fake version.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that idea. I'm going to need one of you to make a presence roll.
I have +2. What's yours, Dorothy?
+3.
You're the one.
All right. 17 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty
30, 20.
20. Very nice. As you I guess where do you get like a red?
I live in a mansion. We've got
Yeah.
red curtains. We got, I'm
velvet
also
curtains.
Russian. We have red
Yeah.
curtains.
Yeah, you drag that down, and it's about that moment that this one that you made crashes through into the room and charges at this red cape. You're able to pull it out of the way just in time as it's skidding around. And Vlad, I hope with all the stuff you moved, you're ready to renovate, because it
Yeah,
is
Buddy is going to be paying for a
absolutely
lot of this.
yeah, it is trashing the interior of your house. Blood's getting everywhere from this thing.
Oh, it's just,
And
I'm getting flashbacks to 1917 again. This is awful.
yeah, and you're hearing like the sounds of chains outside crashing against basically the pool edge. And something like slipping and sliding, like you're hearing that weird.
Mhm.
It's not quite a trumpet because you think it doesn't have any like larynx or something, but
Yeah.
there's sound that's trying to be made of frustration.
Well, hopefully Mickey can get that thing killed once at least.
And it is the three of yours turn. This thing is rampaging around.
Well, with Dorothy, we must try to get it outside with the other one. Perhaps we can get
Yeah,
them
into the pool.
Into the pool, yes. Let us try to lure it
Yeah.
out.
We'll try
Tora!
to lure it
Tora!
into the pool.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. You want to do another presence test? I think that makes sense to try and get it to move that
Okay.
direction.
12.
That'll do it. As it's that, so you're trying to Like narrate what you do exactly to get it
Well,
into the pool.
if it goes through a hole, if it makes a hole in the wall, I'm just going to put double doors there later. So whatever is convenient to get in that direction, we're okay with it making a hole in the wall. That's just
Yeah.
future renovations. It's all good.
Okay. All right, so
But-
Dorothy, you're doing that.
Yeah, trying to hold the curtain not along my body. That's a bad
No,
idea.
the way I
but-
envision it
that's
is
fair.
you and I each have an
Each
end and we
side.
have it spread
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
us, so we're not in the middle.
Okay.
And then you're probably encouraging it with expressions that will probably make it really want to attack this thing. Like whatever a poet would say to do that, I don't know, but
As it bursts through that curtain, like it just tears through it.
Mhm.
Kind of a real like that's all folks Porky Pig style from the other side. And you hear it just slam down into the pool there, and it like it's two colossal bodies crashing into each other.
And it's at that moment that I slam the Molotov down into the motor oil filled pool.
And go ahead and just roll. Oh boy, does the Molotov have a damage number on it?
Weapon.
would it be in the rule book? I guess it would be.
Molotov.
It might be in there. I don't see one immediately, so let's see.
Flamethrower with fuel backpack. Yeah, that sounds right.
The D4 definitely sounds right. Do a 2d6. Yeah, do a 2d6. I think that makes sense-ish.
7 total.
All right. Which doubled is going to be 14 as you see this this motor oil and this being in there start to just go up in flames almost immediately.
Damn, my best hooch.
Yeah.
Well.
And it's pushing aside, like pushing around this fake one, right? And it's going to do a quick little something, and we'll see. It's pulling this fake one under it. Like your work is getting trampled underneath this thing as it's laying these like oil fiery hooves on it, and it's using the new one to get
Mhm.
out of the pool. It is on
Oh.
fire. Yeah, its mouths are going. There's a little bit of sawdust out, and you hear Buddy at the top of the like from behind you, maybe like up the stairs a little. What are you doing to my beautiful trophy? What have you done?
It will make it no sure no one else dies, you fool.
It's not
Here.
dead.
Yes, it's going to come back. We have to kill it again.
I assure you, it's quite dead. I stuffed it.
Not good
I-
enough, buddy.
Point at it as it's moving, and then I point at him, and then back at the moving,
Yeah.
living thing.
Why are there two of them?
It is the nature, buddy. They breed. You know that.
Buddy's completely confused at this point. It does look though that the one that you had made that put in the pool, like when it landed there and this thing started to climb on it, it just stopped moving. Like it was just done
Mhm.
as this thing's pulling itself out on fire.
Can we get some of those big poles for the pool, like for scooping, and just try to prod it back in? Or
Sure.
Skimmers.
Yeah.
We will
Skimmers,
salute
yeah.
the Cthulhu mythos with pool skimmers.
Pool
The way
skimmers.
Lovecraft intended.
buddy, be useful. Take one of these things. We must keep it in the pool.
I like that a lot. Mickey, go ahead and roll fire damage. Just a D4 for me.
Just a single D4?
Yeah, just a D4. I think I know what'll happen, but just in case.
1.
Okay. This thing is looking like it is fully ablaze, right? Like it doesn't have much oomph left to it. So
Okay.
I like the idea. Who's poking it? Who's prodding it back into the pool?
I'm getting Buddy because this is partially his fault. So here, I handed him a pool skimmer. Go like, help get that thing in there. Do something useful, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I do what I can, but
Yeah, it'd actually be me and Buddy who's probably. I don't think anyone else is going to.
I am enjoying the flames.
You're enjoying
They,
the
flames.
they are making me very happy. I'm like,
In that
get
case,
another
Vlad,
Molotov ready.
Vlad and
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorothy, yeah, you're saying that. Those who are poking it with the pool skimmer, roll strength for me. And I'm gonna
Nope,
make this one a little harder at a
I fail.
14 because
Can't.
this thing's really strong.
Yeah, nope, I fail, and I can't spare it with the omen. Unfortunately, did Buddy roll okay?
Yeah.
Maybe he's supposed to be a mighty hunter.
Oh,
He's got like a
Buddy's watching
+6,
for the
right?
stairwell. He's aghast at this.
Oh,
At
he's
what you're
useless.
my beautiful trophy. You set it on fire. He's heartbroken.
Don't die on me, Buddy. Make yourself useful. Grab a pool skimmer and push the thing in before it kills somebody else.
I didn't know that person.
It doesn't matter. He's dead because of your stupid thing. Now help us keep anyone else dead. Come on, do something useful.
You can make a presence check. It's
Sure.
unlikely to succeed, maybe, but I'll just leave it at a 12.
Total of 17.
Fine.
Come on, Buddy. Be a hero, Buddy.
But
Be a hero.
Buddy comes down and attempts to help and actually seems to be pushing it back.
Yeah.
And he's just looking at you, Vlad, and he's just like, I will ruin you for this. This is how else am I going to prove penguins? I've got so many penguins and they won't care about that. He's pushing this
Buddy,
down.
we've got the double down there. It's not going to burn. Don't worry. That'll be your new one.
You made a fake one? Were
Yes,
you
of
trying to
course.
swindle me?
No, I was trying not to get people killed, but it's too late. Somebody has
You
died.
monster.
I am not the monster, Buddy. Look in the mirror. Help me keep this thing down.
Dorothy, what are you doing at this moment?
Can can I help to make another Molotov cocktail?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
maybe run back in and grab another bottle.
I like that. Is another bottle there. Filling it up. Yes, you have another Molotov. And Mickey, is there any action you're taking other than admiration?
No, I'm
Can I
just
hand
looking.
can I hand it to Mickey to throw since my
Yeah,
strength
sure.
is quite
It's
low?
got like it's from the Tsar of Russia. The last like I
Hmm.
like have a sip and like
Yeah.
shove the thing in there. Like, it's hell of a party, Dorothy. This has turned out great.
Yeah, Buddy. This is going to be good for both of us. Just keep this thing down.
Yeah, and as the two of you are pushing it into the pool, it finally subsides, right? Like it seems to collapse from the fire. You see the sawdust in it is just coming out and burning like little sparks as it just flops down.
I hold up a hand.
Yeah, and you see like the little glass eyes pop out of it, and it starts to bloat and swell.
Oh,
Yes, it's going to wait for it, Mickey. It's coming back. Wait
Oh,
for it.
okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wait
And
till it's alive a second time. Then.
Yes, we must kill it again.
All right,
Yeah.
you the boss.
and you watch as like a seam seems to like it's burning and it just seems to peel open, and what looked like a rhinoceros before now you see is like this fleshy pink thing with all these like bristle hairs poking out of it, almost like it's pupated in this burning thing. You can see the horn is still skewering this person who you saw they're very clearly dead, but their eyes open wide and they start to just scream in fear again
Oh,
as
shit.
the mouth starts to move, and it is the three of yours' turn. This thing seems much more alive than before.
Sorry, pal. This just ain't your lucky day. And I slam the Tsar Nicholas II's last cask of gin onto this thing.
Vodka.
I like it a
Vodka.
lot.
Gin, vodka.
All right,
Vodka.
2d6.
Uh,
Come on.
2 and 4 is 6.
Okay. 12 total, and this time it's not it's catching, it's still doing extra, but it seems to have less of an effect. Like this thing seems sturdier,
Mm.
and you see the horn like dip in Mickey's direction. But Dorothy and Vlad, you have a moment.
Well, I'll see if I can coordinate with Buddy to see if we can use the pool things to kind of trip the thing up so it can't maneuver
Okay.
well. Maybe try to
Okay.
get into the fire.
Yeah, make a strength roll again, I think.
I can't roll for shit. Buddy, what are you doing? You're better at
Buddy's
this.
not having much better as he's pushing these into the fire, and like you can't really miss poking the thing, but it's just like sinking in
It's
now.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually almost a little bit more fleshy than before.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're not having much luck at keeping it in the pool this time. Dorothy.
Can I try and find some fuel for the fire? Maybe some straw or
Sure. Yeah.
broken pieces of door or something.
Oh yeah, there's
I
a
like
lot of
that.
wall. There's a lot
Yeah.
of wall left.
I like that. Yeah, I think you would
Just
easily be
to
able to
feed the
find.
flames.
Yeah, you'd easily be able to find this. As Mickey, I'm going to need you to roll an agility test as this thing is out of the pool and just pushes itself towards you and tries to gore you.
Oh, okay. I thought that was bad. 21. So
Okay.
not a nat
Yes.
20, but a 21.
Okay. Yeah, you are able. I guess, how do you not get gored?
I just casually, I like light up my smoke. I have a sip of this, and I just step backwards into the side, and it just
Yep.
runs right past me.
Nice. And
Seems
we'll
pissed
say
off.
Vlad had a garden shed at one point. It is
Mhm.
now crushed into pieces.
Mhm.
And the creature turns um and its mouth opens up and almost words that you don't understand. It's in a language you've never heard, but it starts to speak in this like rapid staccato, like and the rain coming down doubles and lightning starts to crash around. It's almost a tornado gale wind is starting to hit uh, Vlad's home.
Nice.
But
Oh, well, it is a nice place for you.
it is I'm gonna have it roll to see if the fires on its back go out, and they do.
Oh, there's
So it is the three of yours' turn again.
Can we try
So-
and lure it back to the pool where
well,
the
actually,
fire is?
so you said there's lightning going on?
Oh, for sure, yes.
I'm gonna see if I can stick the pool skimmer into its ass or its back or somewhere and have it pointing up and just
I
jam
like
it
it.
in there.
I like it.
And I gotta stop rolling shit. I keep
That
rolling.
is fair.
I keep rolling twos.
I could allow like an agility too if you're better at that. Like that.
My
I buy
physicals
that.
are all poop.
Hey, you did this to yourself.
No. Did Buddy do any better? Because he's supposed to be helping.
Yeah, if you tell Buddy about this.
Yep. Come on, Buddy. Get to
Buddy
the task.
Buddy attempts it and he slips and you see he starts and slides into the pool with this other thing. He did not do well. Ah, splat.
Hey, buddy, how much would you pay me if I kill this thing?
I've changed my opinion. Just do away with it, please.
How much?
I'll have to think
$1,000.
about it. Absolutely not.
Oh, he's not willing to pay 1,000. Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
All right, I go home. No.
All right, Dorothy. What about you?
I mean, I see what you're doing. I feel like I do kind of want to trap it in one spot. So I kind of want to get it. I know Buddy's in the pool right now, but
He's got an inflammable one there to hide under if it gets really bad.
yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to try and lure it back to the pool, maybe get to the other
Okay.
side of the pool and try and make myself a target so it
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
falls
yeah.
in.
All right, I'm gonna keep making you roll presence. That's the one
Okay.
weird thing about the Mork Borg is it's like there's not a ton of variety in the
No,
rolls you call for,
no.
but yeah, I think
I rolled
that
a
makes
9
it.
again, which is a 12.
Okay.
All right.
You're the one. You're the
All
one.
right. You see it turns towards Dorothy. What do you like wave? What's
Yeah.
Dorothy up to?
So I think maybe she's got like a black shawl and she's sort of, I think at this point it's just getting weird. So I think she's just getting weirder and is just like trying to think of it like an art installation. And she sort of pretends she's a crow
Yeah,
and just starts like
that works.
cawing to try and get its attention.
Ah.
Invoking the idea of death, just like a raven.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that for some reason that seems to draw
Very
its
Moira
attention.
Rose.
Yeah. I wish I could do that accent. Do that. All right. And Mickey, are you doing anything as this creature is pretty much right next to you, but looks like it's
Yeah.
focusing on Dorothy this time.
You could help me because I'm having a horrible time with this thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be like, boy, I gotta do everything myself around here.
It's
Jesus.
what you're here for,
Christ.
man.
And I pick up like a I guess a pull skewer that's discarded and try to like drive it into this thing.
All right. I like it.
All right. Come on, and 15. So what am I rolling? Presence, strength, toughness?
Strength or agility, I think.
17 then. Yep.
Okay. So you get this. Where do you think you get this?
I would say
skewered.
like I would probably say like in the middle of the back kind of a thing. Like,
Yeah, but you
know
want
what
to
I mean?
point it up at a nice Johnny angle because you want to draw on the
Yeah,
light.
like I want
Yeah.
it straight up more or less, but like, just in the back somewhere.
Okay. I'm going to then have, as you've skewered this thing is in the back. Um, I want what the hell not. Mickey, go ahead and roll uh just a D20. This is gonna be your luck. You want 12 or more.
Jesus fucking Christ. Rut-row on the die. That's a fumble. That one. Here we fucking
Oh,
go.
um
row.
Borg me, Nathan.
you
Yeah,
are
it's time to
well,
get more
it's
Borg.
not you specifically, luckily. Um, and in this case, it's funnier if this is Vlad's problem because
Mhm.
you've got this storm kicking up. The crowd is inside the house. They're watching this horrible fight take place, and lightning streaks through the air and hits the top of Vlad's building and
Ah,
shatters open like a weather vane and stuff. And you can see his house is starting on fire at the very top as this creature now starts storming towards Dorothy. And it does struggle and fall into the pool, but you see it's still like trying to keep going. You're hearing Buddy underneath. He's screaming, but out of fear rather than
mhm,
pain.
mhm,
He somehow is dodging this.
mhm.
But it
He's a
is
hunter.
getting, yeah, it's getting out of the pool towards you, Dorothy. So please roll an agility test.
Okay. Oh, 14.
Okay.
Yay! Don't have to spend
How do
money.
you get out of the way of this goring creature?
I think I just like I just leap to the side. Again, trying to be very bird-like, just still with wings out and just sort of like leap to the side, fully dissociating, fully cosplaying,
That works.
fully in art mode.
Call me the Raven.
Yes.
And this thing like crashes through the gate. Um, it's slowing down a little bit. You're starting to see just like even though it's still hurt, but it seems to be slowly like almost running out of steam. You think that is a potential thing you could do, but you realize you've also been very lucky at dodging so far. So it is the three of yours' turn. What would you like to do?
Well, Vlad, I don't think the lightning thing's gonna pan out too hot.
Well, wait till the end of your turn. We'll see. It
Yeah.
might. But your house is on fire.
Yeah, the Cossacks know to get the people out. They're more important than the furnishings. Well, yeah. I'll go and you've got a lightning thing. I'll go and I'll try to get one of the kegs they were using to serve from,
Mm,
and I'll take it out to the yawn and I'll kick it in the direction of the creature because that'll give Mickey something to set the flame.
I like that. Yes. So you haul out a keg of
Ugh.
moonshine. Yeah.
Moonshine.
Okay. Okay. Yep. That's rolling its way towards this thing. Dorothy, you have dodged out of the way. You're seeing a keg rolling towards you and this creature.
I guess moving out of the way of this rolling keg, maybe trying to still, I guess, control the attention of the creature.
Okay.
So that we can so it's not leaving the premises.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Letting your previous success ride, like it seems like it's kind of following you around at this point. Um,
Ah.
yeah, screaming like a crow.
Ah,
Mickey, what about you? It's your caw caw.
I'm like, boy, I got some weird friends. So there's a full cask rolling towards us, right?
Rolling towards the creature. It looks like Dorothy has gotten out of the way.
Cool. Okay. Could I would it be possible to in a single action Molotov the cask and then Donkey Kong throw it at this creature?
Oh,
Is that
You have to
Well-
make the you have to make the little 8-bit noises though.
if you make a
Do-do-do-do.
strength check, it's
Yep.
I would say a strength check will make it absolutely possible. I would say a nat 1 would be very bad for you.
Mhm.
Oh no.
No rut rows.
Yeah,
No
I'll
rut
use the
rows.
rut row die.
Yeah,
for
rut
that.
row.
That's
We got to trust the rut row.
What are the
well,
odds?
okay, that's good. That's good. That's a 14.
Okay. Okay. So you Donkey Kong this barrel, and that feels like it's going to be more than a Molotov to me.
So can we say that I have a cigarette in my mouth and
Oh,
I
yeah.
shove something in the bung hole of the keg and then I light it on the cigarette and then I throw it. Right, yeah.
Go ahead and roll 3d6 plus 1.
Ooh,
I'm making it up, folks.
That's okay.
These numbers are not
ooh.
balanced.
6, 2, 10 plus 1, 11.
Okay. This thing catches the barrel in that like four-way mouth, and you see it starts to bite before this thing just explodes in fire. And it is pretty quickly set. The rest of it just catches along with this. And it is screaming, and there's this fluting sound you can hear just piping high and low out of it. And just for kicks, Mickey, roll me luck one more time.
That's the D20, right?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, that's not a
Okay.
rut row.
No, it's fine. Lightning strikes nearby, but not the creature. So instead of getting a large explosion of this thing, eventually it just kind of falls and subsides against the fence, and you can see it kind of stiffens up, and the skin of it turns that mottled gray again, but the fire is going to reduce this to ash.
Hmm.
And
Hell of a potty, Vlad.
Yeah, it's a good party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what
did everyone enjoy the
Pulling-
party? Are they
pulling-
happy?
pulling out of the pool, you see Buddy somehow still alive.
I'll help him out.
What have you done?
Saved your worthless hide. You should be happy. I pat him on the back. Here, cough it
He's
up. Cough it
covered,
up.
yeah, covered in motor oil, drenched in the rain.
It's a
give me
good party, buddy. Everyone's going to be talking about it.
Give me a presence test, please.
Especially that one guy.
19.
Children.
19.
he looks down at the thing, back at the crowd, to you. I can't stay mad at you, Vlad.
I know, I know. I give him a big hug with the motor oil.
I and he's he's kind of baffled. He's looking down at the trashed one of like, suppose we can just fix up that and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
can be in my penguin room and it'll
yeah,
be fine.
yeah.
Man,
And you're going to visit the widow of that poor man who's over there. It's going to be
I have
lovely.
sure. Uh and yeah, the body is also burning on that horn there. It smells a little like chicken.
You are what you eat, buddy.
Very strangely. Yeah. Um and I'd like to then jump ahead and
Mhm.
let's have a end scene here.
Okay.
You have successfully destroyed both forms, so you'll all get +1 stability.
Oh, nice.
Um, you have successfully done a way that Buddy is not going to get angry at you.
Yep.
And so you don't have any like rumors that he has to take care of. You Buddy didn't die, so you're good there. And you also killed it, so it does not achieve an objective for the flutist at Void's Edge.
Ooh.
So, all in all, an extremely successful operation. And I'm going to say, with that, the party is one of those like talk of the town legendary things, right?
Mhm.
Is
Mhm.
anybody who was there is talking about this poultry guy who died there,
Mhm.
and it's incredible.
Mhm.
And you should have been there to see it because it was
Mhm.
wild.
Yeah.
So, what is we'll start with Vlad. What does the next scene with Vlad look like?
Well, him and the Cossacks are renovating, and they're trying to come up with a new concept because if you have to start over, you might as well do something different. So maybe I've invited Dorothy, but obviously you'll have your own say later, to give me suggestions for what the new atrium and building should look like. So whatever you suggest, I'll take very seriously. If you say everything should be ravens and death, well, okay, sure. But
Yeah, what's Dorothy suggest?
Um, well, if it's an atrium, I feel like the classic is glass, but
something breakable,
you
yes,
should,
okay.
yes, but you could, just to make it different, you could cover it up, paint it black.
Mm-hmm, I see. Black. Okay.
Mhm.
Black is the
Because
new
if
red in
it's
your country. I understand. Yes. Okay. All right, we can do that. Yes. All right.
because the glass is transparent, but in painting it, you've made it opaque. So you're
Ah.
making the choice
Yes. Yes.
to
That would be
Ivan,
really
that
cool, actually.
see that red over there, painted black.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Vlad has this new dome to the atrium that is just all black, and all the plants are dying because there's no
Yeah.
sunlight coming through.
Yeah. That's all right. It's a look.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. All
plants
right.
belong outside.
Dorothy, what about you?
I think I have some poetry to work on for my patron. So
Hmm.
I think she's furiously, probably she does work by candlelight. Probably when
Nice.
she was visited earlier, all the lights were off and the curtains were drawn,
Hmm.
and there was just like a candle lit that she was working by. Um, Definitely evoking the imagery of the uh like I said, the ticking box that scratches,
I like that.
because time is a construct, but maybe it's also alive. It's what we make of it.
Hmm. I like that a
And
lot.
gears working hidden, and you shouldn't look at them.
No.
The gears that work are only visible by those with a higher view.
Mhm. I like that a lot. Yeah, you've got that like mind state. And when you sleep, you dream of a cottage off somewhere. You're not sure where in the world. It's like surrounded by trees, you think, and there is a device in the center of this cottage. It's not huge, like it's smaller than a person, but it's intricate. Like just looking at it for a moment, you're seeing it spin and click, and little bits are moving around and it's reconfiguring itself every time you look at it. And it feels right. Like you've put yourself in this mindset that yes, this needs to move forward. So I'm going to, once we're done, have you make a roll, but I want to finish with
Ooh.
Mickey first. So Mickey,
Oh.
what's your finale scene?
So Mickey's earned a bunch of money from doing jobs for Buddy and defeating this thing, and
Mhm.
the couple of the wallets he was able to take from Vlad's mansion when everybody fled and they left their legs. So he's got like he is loaded. He's got a
Nice.
wad. He goes into what's our speakeasy? Like you said, it was the night door. or
Lights
something?
out, lights
Lights
out.
Lights out.
Yeah.
They have a casino night, so I order like a whiskey neat,
Mhm.
and then I put all of my money on black and lose it immediately. And I go, I'm like, well, anybody got any more crates they need delivered? Cut on Mickey.
I like that. I will say, Mickey, do you ever go by that graveyard that you delivered that to? Just happen to go by it, or do you
Man,
avoid it?
I I want to just say no because Mickey's dense as hell, but let's just say yeah, he's walking by one day. He's got to break some
Mhm.
guy's legs that lives near the graveyard. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember me and my pals we delivered that thing we weren't supposed to look at it right now."
Mhm. And when you get near it, you see that there's like those chain link fences, and the entire graveyard has been basically enclosed off, fenced off from the world.
Yeah.
And you see it's got like a future site of sign on there, but the sign has been broken off in part. But you can't see into the graveyard anymore, but you
Hmm.
can hear people working within,
Hmm.
but you also don't see an entrance.
Hmm. Well, you can't stop progress.
I like that.
I
I
don't
like
even
that.
know.
As Mickey moves on with his life.
Mhm.
And Dorothy, could you roll a d4 plus 2
Ooh.
as the gear
Okay.
clasp lover
Ooh.
advances on their miseries? So this is
Oh.
one of the things I like. You said 4? All
Four.
right. There is a bit in the news later. 4, there we go. There was a dock worker strike that had shut down a bunch of um what's the word I'm looking for? Like just a bunch of factories, right?
Mhm.
And you see this in the paper that the strike ended prematurely
Hmm.
because the main union figures were found flensed.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Yes, and it's one of those you'll see it all over the paper that this happened, but luckily the factories are now back up and running at full
Mm.
capacity. So
Mhm.
the news spins it a little bit of like what a great thing this is.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah. So it was like back then. Who cares about those union guys? They weren't important.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
that will wrap up our Cthork Borg run. Thank you for playing, and
Yeah.
thanks for those that watched. How did you guys feel about the system? What's the
Oh, it's fun. I
Yeah,
have to find a jazz heavy metal tune for our theme music
Oh, that's a
format.
good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be
it is.
pretty cool. Yeah. It definitely skewed comedic. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. But I like that you could do it however you want.
Yeah.
Like you could
Yeah.
make this deadly serious
Right.
and
Mhm.
I
Right.
would work great. So love that.
Yeah,
And
a lot of fun.
good.
Yeah, and these character classes seem to work. So yeah, it's a good system.
It's
I
as
like that the
always.
character creation is so simplistic. Like you can,
Yeah.
I like rolling on tables to make characters. That's one of my
And
one of
that
my
leads to
favorite
a lot
things in
of like
systems.
emergent storytelling. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
I love that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're building the world as you're
Mhm.
creating your character, which yeah.
Yeah, I could see your Santos, your patron, like coming back and being a big part. Like it kind of you can tie
Mhm.
it into the world a little bit, which is neat. Um, yeah, from the game master side of things, I forget if there's a special name for it. There's a lot of just neat random tables to go, and with obviously I chose a couple of their um old ones, basically the flutist at Void's Edge, being in, we all know who he's related to.
Yeah, yeah.
But I brought in one of the expansion ones, that Gear Clasp Lover, which I thought was pretty
Mhm.
neat. But
Yeah, that was cool.
I think there's room of like making a campaign with this where you just have like 3 or 4 kind of duking it out at the same
Yeah.
time and their miseries
So good.
expand. Because yeah, from here I think you guys could almost decide like what you want to do is like, do we want to look into Kristoff some more? Do we want to, you know, go here,
Yep.
go there, do the other thing of there's some interesting things. So yeah, cool system. Check it out. It's on drive through, and we hope to see you next time for another It's a Live actual play of some system, maybe more Cthork Borg. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.